Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Popcorn Podcast with myself, Jack Logan, and my incredible co-host, Nicolas Cage.
Oh, what?
And,
Okay.
and Fergus is here too. How are you, Fergus?
Oh, okay. All right. I see how it is. I know last week I gave you like second billing. 'Cause of
Yes.
Mickey.
Yes.
I guess I kind of deserve that, but like,
To be fair, I think Mickey deserves top billing.
yeah, he's not with us tonight in the room next door, sadly. But
Aw.
he's with us in spirit.
He's
you know.
with us in spirit. But to be fair, sometimes the and is better. Mickey and
Yeah,
Jack
that's
Logan.
because you remember it, don't you? The one in the middle
Yeah.
you kind of forget.
Yeah,
That's what they do in movie posters, like and
Yep.
Jack Black or whatever.
Yeah, I always see. I feel like Samuel Jackson is always an and.
Yeah,
He just shows up in random ass
yeah.
films just for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, he has very minor roles a lot of the time, but I always remember him.
Yeah, definitely. So how are you, Fergus? How you doing?
I'm okay.
A bit more maybe enthusiastic.
Oh, I'm okay. Yeah. How are you?
I'm good, thank you, Fergus. Have you been watching anything recently?
Yeah. I guess so. I don't know if you noticed. I don't know if you're beady-eyed, but you might have seen I'm wearing this cool ring, this epic ring, because I rewatched Lord of the Rings recently.
And thoughts?
It's still very, really, really good. Yes.
Yep.
Tremendous films.
If you could rank them.
Yeah, I think this is the most generic ranking of all time,
Mm,
but Return of the King's the best one,
mhm,
then Fellowship, and
mhm.
then Two Towers.
Yeah, that's mine too.
Yeah, it's very generic, but like I still really enjoyed Two Towers though.
Oh
Like
yeah, Two Towers is great.
there were points in Two Towers where I was thinking this might be my favorite, but
Yeah,
it's not quite there.
all the tree stuff is great.
Oh, Treebeard's my favorite.
Treebeard's a legend, man.
He's my favorite character easily. I thought he was voiced by Peter Cullen the whole time because he sounds like Optimus Prime. But
Yeah.
no, he's voiced by Gimli.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
interesting little crossover there. I'm not really going to talk about Lord of the Rings too much. I guess I just want to say I finished watching them again, and I still think they're really really tremendous films. And
I think I've teased this before on the channel, but I'll tease something.
mhm,
The next watching all in 24 hours video will be Lord of the Rings on Bring Your Own Popcorn channel, which is exciting.
we will be seated.
Because I haven't seen them. I think the last time I watched them all was 2020, so I haven't seen them
Hmm.
in 4 years.
Hmm.
And I've seen like whenever they're on telly, I'll like stick them on, like even if I'm
Hmm.
just like half an hour. I feel like it is the kind of thing that you can like tune into for 30 minutes and then dip.
Sure.
But the last time I watched them all, and it was my first time watching the extended editions in
Hmm.
2020, I'd done 3 days and each film each day because there was nothing else to do in 2020.
Yeah, that's very
Um,
true.
so I was like, why not? But this time I'll be doing all three in one day. So that'll
That'll be
be
no hobbits, no Hobbit films. I should think
no hobbits. I think I'll
none of
do.
the Hobbitses,
I'll save the hobbits to another video.
or just don't watch them. There's
That's
the
a
option's always
that's a
there.
very good alternative.
Yeah, you mentioned the theatrical and extended cuts. First time I watched it was in the cinema, like almost a
Mm,
year ago now.
yeah.
That's mental. It was the extended cuts, and I really enjoyed them. But this time, because I was showing them to my mum for the first time, and also because
Okay.
I only have the theatrical versions on Blu-ray,
Oh, sure.
we just watched them, and I didn't notice much of a difference for the first two. It didn't feel that different, but the third one I could definitely feel it. Like Saruman's left out the third one entirely in
Yeah.
the theatrical version. Like that's kind of weird. And
Yeah.
also, actually, with the second one, if Treebeard doesn't have as much presence, I think, in the
Yeah.
theatrical.
I think it's different when you go from theatrical to extended than when you go
Yeah,
from extended to theatrical
yeah,
because I grew up in the theatrical versions. And then when I watched Extended in 2020, I was like, wow, there's so much more
yeah,
movie.
yeah, exactly. But like, I don't know if I'd rewatch the theatrical or extended versions in the future, because definitely for getting someone into, it, I think theatrical's the way to go, just because it's less daunting.
That's fair. I feel like a lot of Lord of the Rings diehard fans will be very upset by that.
Well, no, because like my thinking is right. If you watch the theatrical version of like the first film and you don't like it,
Yep,
then you don't have to watch the other ones. But if you do like it, you can go on to watch the extended cut and
sure,
be like, yeah, that's even better. I've gotten
sure,
a lot more insight.
sure.
That's my
If
thinking on it.
if it's not someone's thing, it's not worth putting them through 12 hours.
Yeah,
But
yeah, exactly.
I
Yeah,
get you. I get you.
yeah. I didn't
Um,
think my mum would like it, but she seemed to enjoy them. I
good.
think Return was her favorite as well.
Okay.
Uh,
Returns. Fellowship used to be my favorite when I was a
mm.
kid. I feel like it was just because it's the one I've watched the most.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Like I think I've seen Fellowship like maybe 10 times in my life, and
Really.
the other two I've seen maybe three or four. So
I
Fellowship I've seen so many times.
Yeah, I really like Fellowship. It's just a bunch of guys like mucking about in the woods. I like that.
It's a very happy film compared to
Yeah,
Two Towers and Return of the King.
yeah. It's night and day almost.
Yeah, it's just a little happy film. It's just
Yeah,
happy guys trying to get rid of a ring.
yeah. It's lovely. It's
Yeah,
wholesome.
yeah. But yeah, Lord of the Rings,
Oh,
great, and I'm glad your mum liked them.
yeah. Me too. I will say one thing about Return of the King, and
Hmm.
I've got this film at 5 stars, but this is a slight flaw, right? And I'm sure I'm not the first to mention this, but pick an ending. It
Yeah,
ends like 5 different times.
yeah. I watched Zack Snyder's Justice League
Yeah.
recently, which I'll talk about in a little bit.
Mm.
Because I have a lot a lot of thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
But similar, like just pick an ending, man.
Yeah.
There was like 5 endings to it, and I'm like, this is where the extra runtime's coming. It's just these
Mm-hmm.
random bits in the end that we don't need.
And like I assumed in the theatrical version of Return of the King, there wouldn't be all these different endings. But no, they're all still there. And like the scene where Aragorn's like, "Oh, my friends, you bow to no one" or whatever. That's the ending. The film ends there in my mind. That's a
Yeah.
great place to leave it. I don't know. I don't need the
Yeah.
epilogue.
Have you seen? I think it's Elijah Wood on. Is it Graham Norton? And
Maybe.
when he was talking to Jack Nicholson at the Oscars after being in the films, Jack Nicholson just turned around to him and said, "What happened at the end?" And Elijah Wood explained the end of the film. He was like, "Oh, I walked out before that. I thought it was done."
Yeah, I mean that's fair enough. Yeah, it fades to black and everything.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not big on it, and like the epilogue's good. It's a good
yeah.
epilogue, but like I could do without it potentially.
Sure. Well, in Justice League, it literally it's split up into parts. I think there's like
Hmm.
6 parts, and then it comes up saying epilogue, and the epilogue in itself is like 30 minutes.
Jesus.
Yeah, so it ends, and then there's just like 3 other endings for you to sit through.
Oh
Um,
god.
but yeah, Lord of the Rings, thumbs up from you and your mum.
Yeah, you just mentioned Elijah Wood on Graham Norton, and I've
Mm.
just remembered that interview you done with a guy like pretending to be German. It was like, "When will you wear wigs?" That's
Yeah,
great.
you did a movie called The Flipper. The dolphin is
He
dead.
died.
He died in a car accident.
I love the in a world of mirth and magic, you lose time in yourself. Quote. That's great.
And
Is
there's a
it-
note about like you and Sean Astin. There is a gay connotation.
yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Oh, that's a fun.
best interview.
I think that's like bonus, like
Yeah,
on one of the DVDs or
yeah, I
something like
believe
from
so.
back in the
Yeah.
day, which is just mad. I feel like
Mhm.
they don't do that as much anymore. Just like random
Yeah,
bonus stuff on DVDs. I miss it.
I always need to check for bonus features because I find them interesting when I watch them. What was
Yeah,
it? I watched Barbie last night, and I watched one of his special features on that, and I really enjoyed it. I don't know why
yeah,
I don't watch more of them.
yeah. They're great. I remember the original Star Wars trilogy having some of the best
Mm,
bonus material on my original DVD. Actually, probably VHS box set, which
wow.
is
When
mad.
are you born, Jack?
Oh, 1950.
Yeah, must have been.
But yeah, I remember like even as a kid, like the movie would end and I just like go and watch like even just like
Mm,
random stuff like the theatrical trailer I just
Mhm.
like sit through it, watch the trailer to the movie I've just watched.
Yeah.
um,
The Blu-ray for Wonka has a really good special features. Wonka's Chocolatier. It's about the on-set chocolatier they had, like, making all the chocolate from the
oh,
film.
that's quite cool.
Yeah, it's worth watching.
Yeah.
It's like 5 minutes.
I can imagine Lord of the Rings. I've not like properly looked, but I can imagine that has so much
Mm,
bonus, like probably other movie length
mhm,
bonus material in there.
mhm. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I remember before I watched them for the first time, I heard the story about how Peter Jackson modeled one of the orcs after Harvey Weinstein, and I spent all 3 films trying to decide which one it was meant to be, and I couldn't figure it out because they all looked a bit like him.
Peter Jackson predicted the future, bro.
Yeah, I don't think he liked Peter Jackson, so he just modeled one of the orcs after him,
That's
which is
hilarious.
fair enough.
Um, okay, so I've brought it up a couple of times. I might as well just talk about it in
Yeah.
full. Zack Snyder's
Okay.
Justice League. I
Oscar
watched it.
winning.
I watched it. I'll start off by saying, like everyone else, I hate the theatrical Justice League with
Yeah.
a burning passion.
Yeah.
It's a terrible movie.
Mhm.
Um, it's yeah. I actually went back and like I didn't watch it, but I skimmed the theatrical one. I put my Blu-ray in and I just like kept clicking skip
Mm.
throughout the film, and like fast forward just to get a sense of how shit it is, and it's shit.
It's an incredible film in that it's hard to pinpoint what the worst aspect of it is,
Oh,
because
like
everything is terrible.
everything is awful from the second it opened. Like Zack Snyder's cut opens with these very theatrical shots, and they look
Mhm.
amazing. And the theatrical cut opens with Superman being recorded on a phone
Yeah,
by a
yeah, with something
fan.
strange above his lip.
Yeah, and they've CGI'd off his mustache
Yeah.
because he was filming Mission Impossible.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, and, like, the
so
villain in Justice League sorry, I know you wanna get onto the
no,
Zack Snyder
all
bit, but
good.
I fucking hate stuff. I've not seen Zack Snyder's one, to be clear. I don't know
Okay.
if he's improved in that or not, but in the Joss Whedon version, terrible. It's like a laughable attempt at doing Thanos, and then
Yeah,
Thanos came out, like, half a year later and,
yeah,
like, was a really great villain.
yeah. So
Steppenwolf sucked.
they've totally redone the design in Zack
Mhm.
Snyder's cut of the film. He looks actually quite badass, which is
Yeah.
nice. And the I don't know why they changed so much because Zack Snyder had this pretty good vision, and
Mhm.
then Joss Whedon comes in and he's like, "Nah, we need to make everything look a bit Marvel." And
Yeah.
it's just it looks awful. It's like CGI dog to shit, and yeah,
Mhm.
it's not a great movie
I do
by any means.
suspect that's more Warner Bros. Than Joss Whedon, to be fair.
True, true. But even like I went back and read the story of what happened and stuff, and I'm sure a lot of people know it as
Mhm.
probably you do as well.
Mhm.
Um, and what Warner Brothers done to Zack Snyder is really sucky. Like
Yeah,
it's not a nice thing to do.
no, not at all. And,
um,
yeah, I'm not a huge Zack Snyder fan, but that is really, really poor on their end, I think.
yeah, I'm not huge on him. I'm not massive on Man of Steel.
Mhm.
I'm not. I don't mind Batman v
I
Superman.
hate
Don't
Batman v Superman. I fucking hate Batman v Superman.
I like it. I don't love it. I'm kind of in that camp of it.
I'm not gonna
Um,
lie, man, I fucking despise that movie.
that's what cut have you seen? Again, here we go.
Um, I watched it when it came out in cinema,
Okay,
so probably
gotta
not
watch.
the I'm not
Gotta
gonna
watch
watch
Metal
the
Mix.
extended one.
Watch it.
I'm
It's good.
I fucking no, man, no. I'm not gonna do that. I sat
Um,
through it once.
sure. Okay. Um, so yeah, I was nervous because I'm not a massive Snyder fan. I think
Mhm,
his style is very. It just doesn't sit right with me
mhm,
all the time. It feels like he's doing things for the sake of it, not really to
mhm.
make a good story, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, and so I was worried that a 4 hour version of a film that I don't like would be absolutely hellish.
Mhm.
Um, it was a good movie. It was a
Yeah,
very, very good movie.
I've definitely heard it's a lot better than Joss Whedon's.
Yeah.
Um,
It's actually comprehensible, which is nice.
mhm,
It's just there's like the whole lore with the mother boxes and stuff in Joss Whedon's cut is
Mhm.
completely removed, and there's like a 15-20 minute segment actually explaining what the hell's going on
Mhm.
in Zack Snyder's one, which is appreciative. That we actually know what's happening in the movie is a good thing.
Sure.
Um, yeah, I did really like it. It was 4 hours and it didn't feel like it.
Mhm.
To be fair, I split it up. I watched 2 hours one day and 2 hours another day.
Okay.
But I feel like if I even sat through all 4 hours at once, I would have it would have felt more like 2.5, 3 rather than a full four.
Mhm. Why
Um,
why why do you watch it in two halves?
I watched it with my mum, and we
Mhm.
started it late at night, and mum was like, "We'll get to the end of disc one, and then
Sure.
I'm done for the evening." And I was like, "Fair
Okay. Yeah.
enough." I'm
Yeah,
not.
that's really yeah, that's the only reason I really split things up as well.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not expecting. Like, she likes films.
Mhm.
She's not me. Like, I adore movie. I'd go watch a movie, like 3 movies now.
Yeah.
Where she was like 2 hours is kind of enough for me for one
Mhm.
evening. I was like, fair enough. Um,
Yeah.
the only couple of aspects I didn't love, one of which I've already touched upon, was the ending. Having like
Yes.
6 endings to this movie, man. I'm like, pick one.
Mhm.
And the ending to Joss Whedon's cut of the film is actually decent. Like, the Superman takes off his shirt and like flies away, kind of thing.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I was like, it's probably going to end there. No, there's still like 25 minutes of movie
Yeah.
for that. Of just stuff that I didn't really fully care about. There was like a character shows up that's obviously DC fans would be going crazy, but I'm like, who's this guy?
Mhm.
Like, so yeah, the endings could have been trimmed down. That was the main part where I'm like, okay, Zach, you're pushing this 4 hour runtime
Mhm.
a little bit too much. Um, so yeah, and I liked his directing in this film. It was good. A lot of slow mo shots.
Yeah, famously,
Man
for a
loves
Zack Snyder film.
slow motion.
Yeah. Everything looks killer in slow motion, Jack.
I was getting a little bit sick of it, and
Mm.
he likes the shot of, and I didn't see it present as much in this film, but Man of Steel is a shot I really don't like, and it's when they'll be like fighting in the sky or whatever, and
Mhm.
the camera will just manually like zoom in really quickly
Oh,
to it,
yeah, I know what
and
you mean, yeah.
it's such an awful shot. And in Man of
Madam Web
Steel,
style.
yeah, yeah, and in Man of Steel, I remember especially it was like every 5 seconds was a shot like that, and I was
Mhm.
like, bro, I hate that shot so
I
much.
mean, it's gotta be better than in Madam Web, though, because, like, with Man of Steel, if you're flying around, you can kinda be like, "Oh, you're trying to look for him in the sky," and when you find him and lock onto them. But with Madam Web, it was already like, "Here's a character," boom, like that,
Yeah,
you know, just walking along.
yeah.
No
So
reason for it.
at least slow motion shots kind of look nice, like they look
Yeah.
cinematic. But there was a fucking lot of them.
Mhm.
Like, it was every punch nearly was like, and it really all slowed down. Um,
That only
yeah,
makes sense for, like, The Flash. If you're dealing with The Flash, that makes sense
yeah,
for the
yeah, yeah.
slow-mo stuff.
Yeah, the Flash stuff is actually handled really well. A lot better than, like, visually. It looks a lot
Mm.
better than Whedon's cut. Whedon's cut was like glamorized to hell. And it's my thoughts on the Flash movie and how I'm a bit of a defender of it.
Mhm.
Um, the one thing I don't like about the Flash film is the effects.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
they're
so
they're bad.
again, I've never seen it, so
Yeah.
I can't really criticize it, but it looks fucking awful.
Yeah, yeah. So, like, no film, I think, apart from Zack Snyder's Justice League, and probably including, I've not seen them, but some of the animated DC stuff,
Sure.
have not got Flash's powers right.
Mhm.
But it was nice to see them actually done fairly well in a
Mhm.
movie with this cut. Um,
And
I
done
d-
so well, in fact, that, even won an Oscar, remember? For the best fan moment or something like that.
did it win an Oscar?
Kinda, it was like a weird thing they done at 2021 Oscars, I think, where it was like the top
Ah,
10 best fan moments or whatever,
I
and that was
vaguely
number one.
remember this. Yeah.
That was the number one most like hype horror we've seen in the entirety of cinema.
No.
It was the Flash entering the Speed Force.
But you have to remember all the Zack Snyder fanboys would be online
Yeah,
voting for that,
that's
like
right. Yeah,
making fake accounts to
yeah,
purposely vote for that. Man has like a very, I think a fairly small but very loyal fan base.
yeah. It's a very loud minority.
Yeah. Like even I've been seeing stuff on Twitter recently with Rebel Moon.
Oh
His
god.
Netflix stuff because he's releasing his own cut of that now
Yeah.
because
I don't understand this. What's going
he's
on?
like, oh, Netflix. I don't know if he's got beef with Netflix or whatever, but he's releasing like a Snyder cut of both Rebel Moon films
Yeah.
now,
So I
and
hear.
all the Snyder fanboys are like, and girls are like, yeah, release the Snyder cut. I'm like, it's not 2021 anymore. We don't.
Yeah, please can we stop this? Like, Zack Snyder can just get money to make as many movies as he wants twice. It's mental.
But yeah, it was genuinely an enjoyable movie, which
Mm.
was nice, and my favorite DCEU film so far, which
Does
was
that include the Suicide Squad?
I've not seen the Suicide Squad yet.
Okay, but is that part of the DCEU?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna say that's my favorite
Okay.
by a
I've
landslide.
I think I've still got a few to go. I've got that. I've got Black Adam to go.
Oh
Got
yeah, remember that?
Blue Beetle. There's another one that I can't remember. Oh, Aquaman 2.
Oh yeah, that's right. All the best
Um,
movies that everyone loves.
yeah, I'm not looking forward to them. I'm looking forward to the Suicide Squad because I've heard that's good.
The Suicide Squad's brilliant.
But the rest I could do without. But I'm going to watch them because I'm a completionist and
Sure.
have nothing else to do in my life.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, I don't. To be
um,
honest, I don't think I'll ever watch Zack Snyder's Justice League, just
I,
because
I recommend it, man. Like,
I
especially now, me knowing that you've sat through the theatrical cut, you've missed so much movie.
I know, but like I have no interest in any of these characters whatsoever, and
Yeah.
like I fucking hate Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman. I hate
Dude,
her.
I don't
I
mind
think
her,
she's
man.
terrible.
I think she's all right. Like, she's again, I'm a bit of a defender of both Wonder Woman movies. I know they get a lot of
First
slack.
one's fine. The first
Yeah,
one's alright.
yeah. First one, I think people like until the third act, and
Yeah,
I would kind of agree. The third act kind of turns into a bit of a video game. Kind of,
yeah.
it looks pretty naff. But I'm a bit of a defender of Wonder Woman. What is it, 1984?
Wonder Woman 84, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a defender of that. I quite like that film. Pedro Pascal's really good in it.
Yeah, I heard he's decent in it. I've not watched this. I'm not up to date with the DCEU. I think the amount of films I've watched from it I could count on one hand.
I mean, there's no real point anymore because it's done. Like,
Yeah,
they've
James Gunn's
scrapped
taking
it.
control.
Which is a shame because I liked Zack Snyder's Justice League, and there was stuff set up in that film that I'm like, I'm never going to have payoff for now.
Yeah, I'm not sad because we might start getting good films now.
But
That's
that
what I'm
was a good
thinking.
film.
Well, okay, yeah. Again, I can't judge.
Sure.
I probably won't watch it because like it's so long as well, and the characters I don't give a shit about, and the
That's fair.
director I'm not particularly fond of. There's nothing like appealing about it to me.
That's
So
fair.
I don't know.
That's
Maybe
fair.
one day.
I do kind of want to delve a bit more into Zack Snyder's stuff.
Mhm.
Because I think I've only seen his DC films. I've seen Watchmen too, which I liked.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Watchmen was good.
Yeah, I need
But
to watch that as well.
that's DC as well, isn't it? So I've only
Yeah,
ever seen
I
his
think by some kind of yeah.
I've only ever seen his DC stuff. So I'd quite
Mhm.
like to see. I don't think I'll be watching Rebel Moon anytime
Oh
soon.
no.
I think I want to check out
What
like
about the Snyder cut of Rebel Moon?
yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good fuckers. I think I'll check out 300 next.
Mm.
That's high on my watch list, and
Yeah,
looks interesting.
I might watch his Dawn of the Dead, but I doubt it'll be anywhere near the original, which I
Yeah,
adore.
I've heard his Dawn of the Dead's good.
Yeah, I heard it's a fine zombie film, but doesn't really have the kind of nuance
Yeah,
of
yeah,
the original, which I would
yeah.
expect.
Did they not do like some zombie films for Netflix?
Might have
You
done,
know, Army of the Dead. Is that a thing?
possibly.
Yeah.
I think that's definitely a film. I don't know if that's him, but
Okay.
it's definitely a film.
Yeah, I'm sure he done some zombie thing for Netflix,
Mhm.
which makes me surprised if he's got like beef with them. But with this whole
Mhm.
second cut of Rebel Moon, I think he's doing. It's not even he's just doing one of the films. I think he's doing cuts of both movies. I'm like, bro, how are you getting away with this?
Nobody watched them anyway.
Yeah, no, I think the people that did watch them want their money back.
Yeah,
The
they
money
have
that
no
they
interest in rewatching slightly improved versions.
the money that they didn't even pay because it's on Netflix.
Yeah,
they want they want to be given money
they want
for
like
the
a month
ticket.
free.
Yes, yes. Okay, Fergus, give us another film you've
Alright,
seen.
alright, let's do it. I was at the cinema yesterday.
I know what this is going to be, and I'm excited to hear your thoughts on it.
Yeah, so I went to see the scariest movie of all time, Long Legs.
And was
Uh,
it?
no. Let's talk about the marketing first for a second, right? Because I assume you've seen a lot of it.
Trailer looks good. The
The
trailer looks
trailer
creepy.
the trailer's phenomenal. I remember watching Kinds of Kindness and the trailer came on for that, and I was like shitting myself.
Yeah.
Um, they've done a really good job with the marketing, and it's doing really well. It was
Yeah.
quite a small screen that I was in yesterday, but it was packed, and
Yep.
it came out a week ago.
Yeah.
So it's doing really well, especially for like an independent horror.
Yep.
But I think the problem with the campaign is this whole scariest movie of all time kind of thing that we're hyping up for it. I think
Yeah.
it'll leave a lot of people disappointed
Okay. I
because
have I have heard the whole scariest movie of all time, and that was
Mhm.
something that got me interested.
Yeah,
'Cause
and
it's something that you just when you hear like scariest movie of all time,
mhm,
it's just something that makes you like interested. I'm like, I need to
yeah,
see what's so scary about it.
and definitely is a scary movie. It's really about the kind of evils of humanity,
Yeah.
and a lot of the fear in it is kind of more subtle almost in terms
Yeah.
of actions that are carried out. Nicolas Cage is he's very creepy in it. He's also very funny and very over the top.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think the marketing is might leave some people disappointed because you hear about people like crying in the cinema or whatever, and I don't think that'll happen to many
They're
people.
they're trying to make it like another Exorcist. I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah,
people are dying in the cinema from like heart
yeah,
attacks and like
yeah,
walking out
exactly.
and stuff. Like, can you sit through the full thing? Kind of attitude.
Mhm. And it did
I'm like,
stress me out at a few points, to be fair.
but there's something about me that's like, how scary can it actually be?
Well, this is the other thing. Like, it's obviously it's going to be very subjective
Yeah,
because what scares you is a very personal and individual thing.
yeah,
So it
yeah. That's
won't.
true.
If you go to see it, you'll have a completely different experience than the person sitting next to you.
Do you think it'll scare me?
I don't know. Maybe
The,
there's
the film that has scared me the most, just to give you a bit of context, is Hereditary.
yeah, kind of then because I was kind of picking up on a few Hereditary vibes
Okay.
for I guess just in terms of how unsettling the atmosphere was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could see that. I think it's more a film that's more like Seven in some ways, or like Zodiac, where
Okay.
it's basically hunting a serial killer kind of
Sure.
thing, with
Sure.
some very creepy aspects thrown in.
Yeah, I definitely want to go see it. It looks
Mhm.
it looks really good, and I've heard the reviews have been phenomenal.
Yeah,
Like
I
it's been
I
insanely good reviews.
yeah, it's been a wee bit divisive over on Letterboxd, I think. I've seen some people aren't in love with it,
Okay.
and I kinda get that because it's not the most original story of all time, and the characters aren't brilliant. Like, except for Nicolas Cage, whose character is not even that necessary in the film.
Sure. Yep.
Uh, yeah, they're not the most well-developed characters, and it's kinda hard to get attached to a lot of them. But I think
Yep.
it's still really worth watching. It's a great kind of atmosphere that they build up, and there's
Yeah.
some really unsettling moments.
Another thing that I was like, how scary can it be? It's a 15. Like when I saw it was a 15 rated movie, I was
Mhm.
like, can it be that scary? Like
Yeah.
I feel like scariest movie of all time should credit an 18. Like
Yeah, I was surprised when it came up with 15 yesterday. I was sure it was an 18.
yeah.
They should've just
It
thrown the word "cunt" in somewhere. I would've gone with
um But yeah, it's definitely one that I'll check out. I don't know if I'll see it in cinema,
Mm,
but definitely when it comes out in Blu-ray or whatever, I'll
mhm.
be checking it out because I've heard it's brilliant. What did you give
Yeah.
it?
I gave it a 4 out of 5. I
Oh,
thought it was
okay,
really good.
very solid, very solid.
Uh, I
Did you just go yourself to see it?
no, my parents came with.
What did they think?
Dad really liked it. He was very freaked out by it. Mum
Okay,
also liked it, but I think the marketing took its toll on her, sadly. I think she went in with really high expectations about how she was gonna shit herself or whatever. Because the
sure,
first thing she said when she came out was it wasn't that scary.
sure, yeah.
So, yeah, I don't
I
know.
I remember back in when did it come out? 2017.
2017.
My parents who don't really watch horror films aren't like horror fans.
Mhm.
Um, I remember a similar marketing campaign of it
Mm.
being like it's the scariest film in years. Like
Mhm.
it's one of the best Stephen King adaptations. You need to go see it. And I remember my parents never do this, because I was younger at the time. I went to my grand's house to stay overnight, and they went to the cinema to see it. And I remember asking them, "Oh, what did you think?" when they came back, and they were like, "Wasn't that scary? Like it was all right."
Yeah,
Like
that's the thing. I
uh,
feel like long term a marketing campaign like that is gonna make you think less of a film because you're not
yeah,
as scared by it as you thought you would be.
yeah, definitely. It is a bit of a. I feel like if that's going to be said about your film, you'd rather the audience were saying it rather than you saying it
Mhm.
about your own movie. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like
yeah,
with
I
The
guess
Exorcist, it was created by the audience. They were like, "This
yeah,
is the scariest film of
yeah, it
all
was
time."
word of mouth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
um,
I think Long Legs has had quite a bit of that, to be fair, but Neon have really smashed it out of the park with how they've advertised it, I think.
yeah,
But I don't know if that'll pay off, I guess, because certainly critically, I think it will leave people feeling a wee bit cheated.
sure,
I thought it was scary,
yeah,
but definitely I can see people being let down in that
yeah,
department.
yeah. We'll have to wait and see what the box office ratings are, which I'm sure will
Mm.
be surprisingly good
Yeah,
because
I
the
think it'll be
marketing
really
has.
good.
Yeah, it's kind of film that's just like completely came out of nowhere and
Yeah.
kind of took the world by storm a little bit.
Mhm.
'Cause, like everyone's talking about it.
Yeah,
Like similar was Everything Everywhere All at Once.
that's
That
right,
film
yeah.
came out in nowhere and
Mhm.
everyone was talking about it. And I'm like, it's such a weird
All at
movie.
once.
Yeah, everyone was talking about it everywhere,
All at
all
once.
at once. um, but yeah, it feels similar to that, where I'm like,
Mm.
this is a film that I knew nothing about, say, 2 weeks ago,
Mhm.
and now really want to go see it just based on like marketing, which is just mad.
Mhm. Yeah, I think I would've seen it anyway just 'cause, Nicolas Cage, but yeah, if it hadn't been for the marketing, I don't think my parents would have gone to see it with me.
Yeah, yeah, that's
My
that's
dad
fair.
I think my dad was the most excited to see it out of all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, he was just like, "Okay, this weekend I wanna go and watch this, so see when it's on."
Is he a horror fan?
Yeah, I guess so,
Sure.
but I don't know, I guess not often into independent horror. Like,
Mm.
he likes the classics kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It may be one that I might go check out with some friends. But like
Mm.
even like some friends have brought it up to me, like,
Mhm.
"Oh, do you want to go see that Long Legs?" And I'm like,
Mhm.
didn't even know you would know what that is. Like that's
Yeah.
normally the type of film that us film nerds know that
Mm.
you guys just like, oh, we'll go see Twisters instead
Yeah.
kind of
No
attitude.
disrespect to Twisters, it's meant to be
No,
done well.
no disrespect to Twisters, because I really want to see that too.
Mhm.
But you know what I mean? They
Mhm.
if you gave it like both on a plate, most people would normally go for Twister
Mhm.
over Long Legs.
Sure.
It's just a bit mad that everyone's wanting to go see it.
Yeah, but it is really great. Really brilliant cinematography. It plays around with aspect ratio quite well. Not in the way that like Megatron blasting Anthony Hopkins plays around with the aspect ratio. um, but yeah, it's brilliant. And the opening scene of the film, I don't know if you've heard about this. The opening scene, a lot of people say is the best, and I
Okay,
probably agree. It kind of
okay,
peaks in the first 2 minutes almost,
sure.
but it's still brilliant.
I'm looking forward to seeing it then. It's definitely piqued my interest.
Hmm.
I'll quickly talk about one more film.
All right.
I have watched quite a bit recently, but I feel like if I talk about them all, this catch up, which we're already at 35 minutes of.
Yeah.
We're going for ages. So I'm going to talk about one that I watched today.
Yep.
I started it.
X-Men.
No, I'm not talking about X-Men First Class.
Oh,
The only thing I'll say about X-Men First Class, overrated.
damn.
Very overrated film. I give it 3 stars, which I know a lot of people would be raging at because they love it. But yeah, overrated. Anyway, I started the film last night, and I'll preface this by saying I'm not a Monty Python fan. I've seen surprisingly all of Flying Circus.
Really?
Yep, I watched it all. I don't know if it's still on Netflix, but I watched it on
I think
Netflix.
it is.
Watched it all, and it was one of those things that I just kind of kept waiting to get funny,
Mm-hmm.
and it ended, and I was like, oh, that just wasn't for me. Like that humor just, it just went straight over my head. There were funny like sketches, but on a whole, it just wasn't my thing.
Sure.
I watched what a lot of people, I guess, consider to be one of the funniest films ever made.
Mm-hmm.
Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Yeah. Classic.
Is my 3rd time trying to get through the film.
Mm-hmm.
I've tried to watch it twice in the past and failed to get past the half-hour mark.
Oh dear.
Because I'm like, this again is not for me.
Mm-hmm.
I watched it to completion. I watched, I think, an hour of it last night in bed, and then half an hour or so today. And I was pleasantly surprised. I found myself laughing a lot more than I thought I would, considering I'm not a fan. Funniest film of all time? Not a chance.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far. Certainly.
I think I looked it up. I think it's like rated like number 6 on a list of like the 50 greatest comedy films of all time. I wouldn't go that far. But there was definitely a lot more to it that I overlooked on my first few times watching it. There was a lot of funny lines, and I don't know if my humor's just got a bit more mature as I've gotten older. But there was a lot of funny stuff that I found myself laughing at. The funniest bit, the bit I was laughing at the most, is the bit with the bridge with the wee guy. I don't know if you remember that bit where he's like have to answer 3 questions.
Oh sure, yeah. You get like blasted.
Yeah, it's like, what is your name? What is your favorite color? I was like cracking up. But there were sequences, and I found it. I thought it was going to be like, and I know the full film's like all connected, but it was a lot more sketchy than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
like it's kind of broken up into sections almost. And there was a few sections that I was like, this is really good, and then a couple of sections where I was like, that I could do without all this. There's a whole scene which I mentioned to Fergus just before we went when we hit record, where I can't remember who it is. Is it
it's Lancelot?
Is it Lancelot?
Yeah,
goes into a castle, and there's like loads of women basically just wanting to have sex with him.
Yeah,
which it goes on for a bit.
Yeah, it's a funny bit in concept, but I think it drags its heels a bit and goes on a bit longer than it should.
Yeah, I felt that with a few jokes. I'm like, you've went on a little bit too long here.
Yeah, and that kind of humor always kind of irritates me. Like, they kind of do a similar thing in Family Guy, I think, a lot.
Sure.
Where they kind of over-explain the joke to the point where it stops becoming funny.
Yeah. There was definitely a few instances of that. But there was a lot of good one-liners in the film that had me laughing. And
yeah,
I like the concept of the movie, and I like the whole thing of like sketches kind of strung together with a story, which is nice. There's just something about it that just kind of goes over my head a little bit. I don't know if it's too smart for me in some places.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Because a lot of, I don't want to talk bad about Monty Python fans, but I feel like a lot of them are like this humor is like very, I can't think of the word, but like beyond other people's sense of humors. Like
yeah, I get that.
Kind of a snobby niche
Sure.
approach to it. Which fair enough. If you find it funny, you find it funny. But some of it just kind of went straight over my head.
Could
I'm
they
like,
be like the Rick and Morty fans of early British comedy?
yes, yeah, that's a good way of putting it, Fergus. That's actually a really good
Thank
way
you.
of putting it. Like we find this funny, and if you don't find this funny, then you're just not smart enough to find this
Yeah,
funny.
I
Um,
kind of get it.
attitude. But at least I'm now excited to watch the other two. I'm going to watch Life of Brian
Sure.
and Meaning of Life soon. And I have heard a lot of people say Life of Brian's better.
Yeah.
than Holy Grail.
Could this be a hot take? I prefer Holy Grail personally. I wasn't
Sure.
huge on Life of Brian. It got a
Okay.
great ending, like one of the funniest endings ever.
Yeah.
And I remember a strange scene involving some aliens, which I guess I won't spoil if you've not seen it.
Okay.
You'll definitely know what I mean.
Sure.
Which was really funny because it caught me completely off guard.
Sure.
But
Sure.
yeah, I did really like the Holy Grail though. I've
Have you
got it 4 stars
have
because
you
I rewatched it
seen
last year.
The Meaning of Life?
Not yet, no.
I heard that's their weakest film.
That wouldn't surprise me. It's the one I hear
Um,
released about.
yeah. Surprisingly enough, I've got the 4K for it.
Hmm.
Like, it seems like such a random film to get a 4K release, but the
Yeah.
4K was cheaper than any Blu-ray copy, so I was like, oh, I'll pick it up then.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, Holy Grail, I put it at 3.5,
Hmm.
because I found myself chuckling throughout it.
Yeah.
Like, but there was just I never like full on laughed
Yeah,
at
that's
any
fair
point.
enough. There's a few bits that really get me. I like the Black Knight
Yeah, that was good.
with the
Yeah,
flesh wounds, and
tis but a scratch.
yeah, and bit that always got me as a kid was the knights who say knee. I always felt they were really funny.
See that?
But
I just nah.
I don't know why I find it funny. I think it's just saying knee is quite funny. I think I
Like
don't know.
I kind of found myself chuckling a bit at the start, but I did feel like it was another one that went on maybe a little bit too long.
Sure.
Like the whole like asking for shrubbery thing. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I like it personally, but it's like Long Legs, right? How some people say it's the funniest movie ever made, and some people will say the Quest for the Shrubbery is not funny at all.
sure, sure. Some people will say Team America is the funniest movie ever made, and they'd be correct.
Well, if they meant to say Black Dynamite, it would be correct.
Is that your favorite comedy?
Probably. I don't know. I think it's one of the funniest movies I've seen.
Okay, I need to watch it. Well, I don't
It's
even
very good.
really know much about it.
It's like a parody of blaxploitation films from the 70s.
Ah, okay,
It's
okay.
on Prime, I think. It's really good.
I might check it out then. That sounds
I
good.
think you'd really like it.
But yeah, I'm excited now at least to see the other two Monty Python
Sure.
films.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm still in the camp of saying they, as a kind of group, are overrated.
Okay.
But Holy Grail's definitely the best thing I've seen from them.
Sure. Yeah, it's my favorite thing I've seen, but I've only seen Holy Grail and Life of Brian.
Sure.
So.
You not watched any Flying Circus?
Nah, never appealed to me really, because I wasn't huge on Monty Python as a kid. I liked Holy Grail, didn't love Life of Brian. So
Yeah. I think as a kid, like because I was young when I watched all of Flying Circus. I should probably actually rewatch some of it because I
mhm.
might like it now. But I think because I love Faulty Towers so much as a kid,
Yeah.
and that was John Cleese,
Mm.
I was just like, oh, John Cleese is also in this group of comedians called Monty
Mhm.
Python. I'll like this, and it was just like a completely different sense of humor,
Yeah.
which was just a bit mad.
Yeah, it's very like absurdist.
Yeah, for sure. It was interesting seeing all the cartoon kind of animation stuff that
Yeah.
Terry Gilliam loves, because I know that kind of inspired South Park,
Mhm.
which doesn't surprise me at all because it has a
Mhm.
similar kind of, not a similar style per se, but like ugly animation kind of
Mhm.
that kind of thing. So yeah, it was. I'm glad I've seen it. It's one of those. I'm glad I've seen it. Can't
Mhm.
see myself rushing to watch it again anytime soon. It's one of
Fair
those.
enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. I guess it's not for everyone. I don't think my mum likes Monty Python, but my dad does. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's not everyone's scene.
I don't really know I don't think my mum would enjoy it. I don't really know my dad's thoughts on it.
Mm,
I vaguely remember the first time ever trying to watch it was with dad, and it
mhm,
got put off. So if he was showing me it, I presume he does like it.
mhm.
Um, yeah, it's just a very strange sense of humor, and we spoke about this just before we hit record as well. The ending, um,
Yeah, it
it's I thought my telly broke.
it's a funny ending. I think the ending is funny in that spoilers for Holy Grail, I guess. It doesn't fucking matter.
A
But
1975 film.
yeah, at the end, the police come in and arrest them because they were just role playing the whole time.
Yeah,
Uh, and they accidentally killed someone earlier. So they got arrested for that. And it's a funny ending, but it's like happening just as there's about to be like the big climax of the film. And
yeah.
then it's like, oh no, the joke is they come in and get arrested. And you
I
feel a wee bit cheated.
I thought like when I was watching it, I was like, okay, is this going to be a hilarious fight scene? Like this is
Yeah.
just what it's going to be. Like kind of, the ending of Blazing Saddles, like
Yeah.
that kind of fight scene. I thought we were going to get something like that. Like I thought pies were getting thrown in faces.
Mhm.
I thought we were getting that kind of thing. And then the police come in, and the guy just like the police officer just like puts his hand over the camera, and then
Yeah.
it cuts to black. It doesn't even
Yeah.
say, it doesn't even say the end. And I was
Yeah.
like,
It's
what?
it's a strange ending.
Yeah,
Life of Brian definitely has a better ending. It's it's a complete ending. It's funny. I don't know if you know how it ends.
I don't.
Okay, I won't spoil it, but it's very
It's
it feels like a good place to end it.
sure. It's one that I've always wanted to watch. Like I've wanted to watch Life of Brian for a long time before wanting to watch Holy Grail. I just want to do
Mhm.
them in order, I
Sure.
guess. But as a Christian myself,
Mhm.
I've always wanted to see, because everyone calls Life of Brian blasphemous.
Yeah,
I just want to see how blasphemous it really
but
is.
it's not it's not about Jesus, it's about Brian. It's about the
Yeah,
life of
so
Brian, so
that is his next door neighbor or something, right?
yeah, yeah, born on the same day.
To be fair, I feel like the whole blasphemous thing kind of came out when it came out in the 70s. Like they were like
Mm,
they almost couldn't handle it.
mm.
I feel like if it came out in today's day and age, it would probably be considered a bit tame.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
everyone's
no,
like,
because John Cleese would tell you can't make it today in woke society.
oh, of course,
Yeah,
yeah.
John Cleese wouldn't be able to make it, sadly. He'd have to do his Faulty Towers remake.
Yeah. Oh, don't even remind me about that. One other thing. I know we're talking for a long time. I
That's
just
fine.
want
The longer we can pad this out, the better. I don't think my activity's going to take too long today.
to. Okay. Um, I the opening credits
Mm,
to Holy Grail, I thought that really made me laugh out loud, which I was
sure.
surprised at. The whole subtitles, and then it came up being like, the person who was doing the subtitles badly has been sacked,
Yeah.
and then just the subtitles continue, and it's like the people responsible for sacking the people who sacked it, and I'm like, it's so good. And then it's like the subtitles have been done in a whole new style, and then
Mhm.
it's just like flashing colors, and it like gives
Yeah.
you like a fit.
Yeah.
I was laughing a lot at that stuff. I thought that
Mm,
was really good, which surprised me because I can't remember laughing like that as a kid watching it.
mhm.
So it just kind of shows you how your sense of humor
Yeah.
changes, I guess.
Yeah, and there's definitely stuff that you watched as a kid that you would not enjoy now,
Yeah.
certainly.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, rewatching Monty Python, I know I said I love the Nights You Say Niebit, but it wasn't as funny as I remembered when I
Yeah,
rewatched it last year.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
That's fair. I feel like the Nights Who Say Nebit would be something that I'd find funny as a kid, and
Mhm.
now I'm just like, that's a bit dumb. Like
Yeah.
it makes no sense, and I guess the point is it makes no sense.
Mhm.
But yeah, overall, good film.
Yeah,
Would
I enjoy
would
Holy
love to
Grail.
watch it again.
I'm not fuming that you put 3.5
Yeah,
because it's half star off my rating anyway.
yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah, I can see not enjoying it because it is a very absurdist, kind of wacky film, and some of it is a bit too wacky for its own good, maybe.
yeah. I know a lot of people that would be absolutely fuming that I've not put it at like 5 stars.
Yeah.
Like, so the fact that I put it at 3.5 and you're like, nah, that's whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
because, like, it's subjective, isn't it?
yeah, 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 definitely.
Comedy's the most subjective genre, really.
Oh yeah, for sure. I've had a random like surge of energy to watch a bit more comedy films
Hmm.
because I found that list of like the top 50 comedy films of all time. I was like, okay, let's see how many of these I've seen, and it was a shockingly low number.
Is Step Brothers on there?
I don't think Step Brothers was on there. I think
Oh, thank
Anchorman
you.
was on there.
Okay, I respect Anchorman. Step
Um,
Brothers, no.
number one was This Is Spinal Tap, which surprised me.
Yeah, that's a good film.
I
I like
haven't
this is
seen it.
Spinal Tap.
I haven't
It's
seen
pretty
it.
good.
It's Rob Reiner, right?
Rob Reiner, yeah.
Rob Reiner, who's producing the Faulty Towers remake.
Good for him.
But
That's
that's
a
one
good waste of his money.
I definitely want to check out. If someone said it's the greatest comedy film of all time, like what we were saying about like scariest horror film of all time, it
Yeah,
almost makes you want to watch it.
yeah. Don't go into it thinking that.
Okay, sure.
But do watch it. It is
I
good.
remember someone comparing it to Wayne's World, like in its kind of humor.
I kind of see that. Yeah.
I can't remember
It's
who that was, but I spoke about it with someone who really liked it, and they were like, "Do you like Wayne's World?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I love
mhm.
Wayne's World," and it was a similar humor kind of.
Yeah, I can kind of see that. But
Sure.
yeah, okay. Yeah, I would definitely recommend Spinal Tap.
Okay, I need to check it out. Do you want to give us another film, or do you want to crack on with what
No,
we're?
let's crack on. Let's do
Okay,
it.
I'm
I
excited.
did have something
I know
lined up.
nothing about what's going on here. I'm very
Either.
hyped, Fergus.
No, don't be. Yeah, I done this quite quickly because I was explaining to Jack my original idea for today didn't go as planned, so
Yep.
we're doing something else now.
Okay.
Jack, do you like listening to music?
No.
Oh, oh, okay.
Thanks for listening to the.
Do you like listening to songs in movies? Do you like songs in movies?
Yeah.
That's good. Okay.
I like a little song in a movie.
I hope. Well, do you pay attention to the lyrics? Let's hope so, because that's what we're doing today.
I pay attention to the lyrics. Did you
Yeah,
say?
I'm gonna read out some lyrics from some
Okay.
songs, and you're gonna tell me what the song is in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I will say I think there's one or two TV shows on here and one or two plays, like stage theater plays. But I
Okay.
think you've seen the plays, so that should. I think you have anyway.
Okay. So
That should be
I've
alright.
seen all of these.
Not all of them, but I think you should be able to work them out.
Okay.
Hopefully, there's some that are
And
quite tricky, but I wanted them to be tricky, so we could pad it
musicals
out.
or
Not all musicals, no. Some of
okay.
them aren't even songs exclusive to that movie. They're songs that existed before the movie was made, but they're
Okay.
associated with that
This is
movie.
gonna be tricky. How many have you got?
I've got 25 and a bonus one at the end that I don't think you'll get.
Okay. Okay. I'm ready.
Okay.
I've got my thinking cap on. I put it on
Let's.
just before we start
That's
recording.
perfect. That's
I'm ready.
perfect. That's giving you time to prepare. Let's just get into it then.
Okay.
Cut the bullshit with question one. I gotta be careful not to say the song
Yeah.
name.
I was gonna say, are you gonna sing it?
Oh no.
This is
That
gonna
would
be
make it
bad
too
because
easy.
I'm gonna end up having to sing this
Yeah,
to try and work
probably.
it out. So excuse my singing voice. I've not done any vocal warm ups before this.
It's okay. We all forgive you, Jack. Everyone, just turn your volume down a bit. Uh, okay. Here's question one.
Yep.
Said, I don't know if I've ever been good enough. I'm a little bit rusty, and I think my head is caving in.
Said I don't know if I've ever. Oh, that's from Barbie.
Yeah, Barbie.
Yes.
Push
Yes.
from Barbie.
I wanna push you.
I'm glad you got that quickly. I was gonna do I'm Just Ken, obviously, but all the lyrics in that are like instantly recognizable.
Yeah.
And I thought Push
I
might
would
be a
have
bit
got.
more a challenge.
I would have got. I'm just Ken and like.
Like from the
Second.
first word.
Yeah.
That was what I was gonna do. I was gonna do All Star from Shrek, but again, every line in that is too
Every line in
recognizable.
that's a bit. Yeah. Sure.
I guess to pad out the runtime a bit, we could talk about the songs or the movies we're in, perhaps.
Okay. Sure.
What do you think of Push in Barbie, Jack?
Fits the movie very well.
Yeah,
I will say that was a very funny bit.
it really,
Um,
it gets stuck in my head. I just watched it last night, and
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
catchy.
It's probably one of my favorite scenes in the film.
Yeah,
I-
it's good, but
The whole guitar bit. I
Mhm.
love that bit, and I love the whole like when they're converting the women back, and like
Mhm.
they have to try and distract the guy, and they
Yeah.
do the whole Godfather bit.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. That
It
gets me
feels
every
like
time.
it feels like The Godfather should have been like Fight Club, though. I think that would have been more accurate.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That is
Or like
true.
American Psycho
Um,
or something.
yeah, but it's the way. Is it Simu that's doing that bit, or is it another?
No, I forgot his name. He's a fellow that played Bob Marley
Oh, sure. I know
in
who you're
that
talking
one.
about. Yeah, yeah. But it's
Uh,
the way he turns around and he's like, "You've never seen The Godfather?" And I'm like,
yeah. But
every
then
guy
he goes
ever.
on to be like, it's a triumph of his '70s studio system, and I think it would have been a funnier bit if it was like he talks about Fight Club or American Psycho, but he completely misses the point of the film, and
Yeah,
he
that
like
would
idolizes Tyler Durden or something.
that would have been good to be fair.
Mm,
But yeah, that scene with that song in it is probably my favorite
yeah,
scene in the
it's a
film.
good bit, and that Ken we're talking about has like the drums and that,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
John
yeah, yeah.
Cena's on the ukulele.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
brilliant. I was talking to you last night. I was trying to convince my dad to check out
yeah,
Barbie.
that's right.
It was the year anniversary last night,
It was,
which
yeah.
I know is why you watched it. And
Mhm.
I asked my dad, I was like, "How about we watch Barbie tonight?" And it was a hard no.
Yeah, it
Um,
is a shame.
which
Um,
I did the whole spiel. I was like, "It's not what you think it's going to be. It's similar." I compared it to. I actually stuck my foot in it because I compared it to the Lego Movie in
mhm,
the way I was like, it could be a cash grab, but it's actually a very clever. Um, like it talks about real life and some
mhm.
problems that are going on in real life and blah blah. And he was like, "Oh, I didn't like the Lego Movie,"
Oh,
and
shit.
I was like, "Oh,
This is disappointing, man. Those are both, like, five-star movies.
oh, I love the Lego Movie
That
so much.
movie's so good. I should've done Everything Is Awesome.
I would have been easy too.
Yeah, true.
Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you are part of the
I
team.
wouldn't no, I wouldn't do the chorus, Jack. Okay, will we move on to the next one?
Let's do the next one.
Alright. Glad to do me friends a favor. Doesn't cost me to be nice, but nothing gets you nothing. Everything has got a little price.
Glad to do. Can you say it again?
I'm glad to do my friends a favor. Doesn't cost me to be nice, but nothing gets you nothing. Everything has got a little price.
I don't even know if I know the song.
You should know the song.
Every- I don't. I don't think I. Mm.
Okay, I'll give you a wee hint. This is my favorite song from this movie.
Is that a musical or is it just
It's
a
a
song?
musical.
It is a musical. Oh, can you say it one last time for me,
One
please?
more time. Glad to do me friends a favor. Doesn't cost me to be nice, but nothing gets you nothing. Everything has got a little price.
It's ringing more true now for some reason.
Mm-hmm. If you want to consider the context of the lyrics, nothing gets you nothing. Everything's got a little price. Perhaps a money hungry type of character.
Okay.
So perhaps a more villainous character.
I feel like I should know this, Fergus.
Mm-hmm.
This is annoying me.
Also notice the use of me friends, not my friends. So
Yes.
it's a bit
Yeah.
more me friends, like crooked
Is
almost.
it animated?
It's not animated.
Okay. A money hungry character. My original thought, I don't know why, it's not because you've said money hungry character.
Mm-hmm.
Was I thought it was the plant from Little Shop of Horrors. I could hear him saying something like that.
Sure. Yeah, that does make sense.
Especially like the me friends bit. Like
Yeah,
I
nothing
could
gets
hear
you
him
nothing.
saying that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would work.
Is it Rocky Horror?
It's not Rocky Horror.
Damn man.
I'll give you another hint. This is the comic relief song.
Okay. I think I'm stumped.
You're stumped?
This is bad because I know it. You're
Mm-hmm.
gonna say it and I'm gonna be so angry with myself.
Do you give up?
Uh, can I get another clue or am I cheating too much
Um,
here?
I don't know. I can't even think of any more clues really.
Is there like an actor or something or like a
Yeah, I'll tell you the actor so you can feel good about yourself and get it. In the film version, performed by Sacha Baron Cohen and Helena Bonham Carter.
oh damn Les Mis.
Mm-hmm.
It's Master of the House, isn't it?
Master of a House.
People are going to be screaming at their. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. I love Les Mis so much.
Yeah, I know you do, and we
What's
talk.
the lyrics again?
Glad to do me friends a favor. It doesn't cost me to be nice, but nothing gets you nothing.
Glad to
Everything's got
do
a
my
little
fans
price.
a favor.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah, it's my favorite song.
Could you not have done the whole like raise it up the master's arse bit? I would have got
that would have been a bit easier, man.
that.
I'm trying to stump you here.
Sure. I'd probably say one of my favorite songs from it
Yeah.
too.
The theatrical version, if you listen to that, sounds better.
Yeah,
Yeah, Alan Armstrong performing it is much better.
sure.
It's not got a weird French accent that Sacha Baron Cohen does.
Sure. I liked the. I can't remember if it's the 20th anniversary concert.
Oh yeah,
Um,
10th anniversary, I think.
10th anniversary concert of it.
Mhm.
All the songs performed in that
Yeah.
is probably the best versions of it ever. Like they're
Mhm.
so good.
Yeah, I
Um,
think it's kind of unanimously agreed, even if you like the movie, that
Yeah.
if you're gonna listen to the soundtrack, you're gonna listen to the theatrical version, not
Yeah.
the film version.
See, to be fair, I like Master of the House. It is probably one of my favorite songs. I feel like I would
Mhm.
have got any other song quicker.
Yeah, probably.
I've like One Day More or Do You Hear the People
Mm.
Sing? I feel like I would have got them a lot quicker. That's so annoying. I completely forgot Les Mis existed.
Damn.
That's so annoying.
I do that often, to be fair.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's my favorite song. I couldn't be bothered listening to anything else from it.
You should have done a Russell Crowe song and done it in his sing-along.
Oh no, thank you. I don't want to torture reviewers. Okay, I'll move on to number 3.
Okay.
Chipping around, kick my brains round the floor. These are the days it never rains, but it pours. Mhm.
That's Queen.
Uh-huh.
That I can't remember. I'm going to try and get the song name as well as I'm
That
assuming
would
it's
be.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
It's not Bohemian Rhapsody. Well, I guess it might be in Bohemian Rhapsody, but it's not the film I've got in mind.
After Sun,
After Sun.
Under Pressure.
Under Pressure from After Sun.
Sure.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure that the lyrics I wrote down were included in the movie, so I had to rewatch that scene. And I thought
Any
I was
excuse.
okay yeah.
Any excuse.
Well, I thought I was okay to rewatch it, but it really got me again.
Did it?
It made me sad. Yeah.
Did you watch just that, or because that's just before the ending, right?
Yeah, I just watched those 3 minutes, but
Okay.
yeah,
I
really.
feel like it would have got you more if you had stuck through to the ending of it.
Probably. Fuck that though.
Great film.
Yeah.
We've spoken about that loads in the channel.
Yeah, and
Fantastic
that's
movie.
easily the best scene in my opinion.
I agree.
Uh,
Great choice of song.
Yeah,
I'm assuming it was Charlotte Wells' choice.
probably.
If it wasn't her, whoever decided to put Under Pressure over that scene is
Yeah,
genius.
and I forget the name of the composer, but making the kind of vocals into these synths is really brilliant, and how they use that for the strings is really fantastic. I love that.
Yes, it's fantastic scene.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Under Pressure scene in After Sun, best scene in cinema of all time ever to exist in
Yeah?
history. Maybe, I don't know. It's a bold statement.
That is a very bold statement.
It's up there though.
I don't know that. I feel like now I'm thinking, what's the greatest scene in cinematic history? And that's some question.
Yeah, I probably no answer to that.
You just gave your answer.
Oh, true. Yeah, true.
You're just like, greatest scene in cinematic
I forgot that already.
and then I asked you the question. I do not have an answer for that.
Shit.
I'd probably say, do you know, I will lock in this answer.
Okay.
The binary sunset scene from A New Hope.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was a good scene.
The sunset.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's pretty good, I guess. It's okay. Could have done
like
the voiceover.
Han Solo frozen in carbonite's good too. I love that scene.
I could have like voiced over the sunset scene so I understood what was happening. I don't know, I didn't get it. And I don't. How is he in Carbonite? I don't understand.
Shut up.
But anyway, okay, we'll move on. And I guess
crack on with your quiz.
I'm not. You know, I'm just gonna say I don't know what my favorite scene in cinema is, but After Sun, Under Pressure, definitely up there.
Sure.
Okay, next one.
That podcast idea.
Yeah,
Top 10 greatest scenes.
How are you gonna make me narrow it down? You know what? Okay, here's one. The Kill Bill fight scene in Volume 1 towards the end.
Oh yeah, that would be up there for me. That's awesome. Yeah, I like the portal scene from Avengers Endgame.
Oh, okay. Okay, Chad. Can't wait to see that in Deadpool and Wolverine. Yeah. Okay. Let's move on. Let's move on to what we're actually doing today.
Yep.
Okay. Number 4. I frill when I drill a bicuspid. It's swell if you tell me I'm maladjusted.
Huh? Say again?
I frill when I drill a bicuspid. It's
by
swell.
What?
Bicuspid.
Cuspid. Is that
bicuspid. Word? Yes, it's a word.
Okay.
It's swell if you tell me I'm maladjusted.
Have I seen this?
You've seen this.
Bro.
It's another villain song.
I don't recognize the lyrics at all, man.
It's after a second chorus.
Thanks. It's a great
no problem. I can't just tell you, can I? You have to work for the answer.
Right, say it one more time, slowly, please.
I frill when I drill a bicuspid.
Right, stop. What the heck does cuspid mean?
Okay, bicuspid.
Define.
Bicuspid is part of your body. That's all I'll say.
Okay, I'm getting there. Keep going.
It's swell, though they tell me I'm maladjusted.
Yeah, is it? And I think you just gave it away. Is it the Dentist song?
It's Dentist from Little Shop of Horrors.
Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah.
You'll be a dentist.
The best song in the film, once again.
I also agree with that. No, Suddenly Seymour is my number 1.
Suddenly Seymour is good.
Dentist songs are great.
Little Shop is full of bangers, to be fair.
Yeah,
it's really probably my second favorite musical behind Rocky Horror.
That's fair. It's probably up there for me. It's a great film. Do you prefer what cut do you prefer?
The original ending is really great.
Yeah.
And the theatrical version is really shit. So I guess I'll say the original. Like I don't mind the theatrical version, I guess, but I don't know, it feels a bit suddenly Seymour. No, it's like too abrupt. Everything's happy now, kind of thing. Like we saved the day, and now it's great.
What's your thoughts on the director's cut ending?
It's funny. It's really funny.
The most unhappy ending ever.
Yeah, the worst thing that could possibly happen. Yeah. I don't think you've seen this movie, but it reminds me a lot of the end of They Live.
Okay.
It reminded me a lot of that.
Sure.
Yeah. Much prefer that ending, but
yeah, that's fair.
What about yourself?
This is a weird one because I watched the theatrical cut and I loved the film. I absolutely adored it. And then I was Googling and everyone was like, oh, the director's cut's so different. And I was like, how different can it be? So I watched the director's cut in the same day. I put the director's cut straight in. And I will agree. I think the film as a whole is probably better in the director's cut. But the ending I don't like.
Okay. I
prefer the happy ending. I feel like it fits the movie's tone a bit more.
I kind of, I don't know. I think it works better being shit. And spoilers, I guess, for the original ending of Little Shop of Horrors. Seymour gets eaten because he kind of makes a deal with the devil. Yeah. And then it backfires on him. And he has to pay the consequences. Yeah. I kind of prefer that.
Okay, sure.
It feels like comeuppance as well. You know, he kills people. So he kind of deserves it.
That's fair. Yeah.
But yeah, Dentist is a great song. Steve Martin's really good in the role.
Steve Martin's excellent in that movie. It's quite a stacked cast actually. When you look at it, like John Candy's in it for a bit as well.
Yeah, Bill Murray as well. The Bill Murray scene with Steve Martin is brilliant.
I'd probably say it's my favorite scene in the movie.
Yeah, me too.
this dentist that likes torturing people, and then a guy who likes to be tortured.
Yeah, a masochist comes in.
Yeah, it's genius, absolute genius.
Mm. Great film, great song. I love the "Frill When I Drill a Bicuspid." It's good wordplay, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Now that I know what a cuspid is, I get it.
Yeah, yeah. I can't tell you exactly what it is, but I remember in biology in school we got taught what bicuspids were, and it's like, oh, that's from Little Shop of Horrors. So,
Sure.
and that's all I can tell you is that it's in Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's move on to number 5.
Okay.
Oh, this one shouldn't be too
Hopefully
hard for you.
I know the song.
You should do. You should
Okay.
know this.
Okay.
A little chance encounter could be the one you've waited for. Just squeeze a bit more.
A little chance encounter
Mm-hmm.
could be the thing you've what?
The one you've waited
The
for.
one you've waited for.
Just squeeze a bit more.
Squeeze a bit more.
Yeah, I don't know. That's not gonna help you. The word squeeze will not help you here.
A chance encounter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm guessing I'm kind of looking at that. A chance encounter.
That's good. That's good. You
Okay.
should think about it.
Okay. First thing.
Mm-hmm.
Cinderella?
No.
Okay. Because chance encounter makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Cinderella, Prince Charming. Is it kind of something like that?
I guess romance is a key part of this film.
Okay.
It's not animated, and it's not that old.
Not that old.
No.
Can you say it one final time for me, Fergus? And then
Yes.
I'll get it straight away.
Okay. You better promise. You better live up to that claim.
No, I'm not promising anything.
A little chance encounter could be the one you've waited for. Just squeeze a bit more. I didn't even need to leave that last. Forget about that last one. That's fine. Just a little chance encounter could be the one you've waited for.
A little chance encounter could be the one you've waited for.
Yeah.
Just squeeze a bit more.
Yep.
I don't know this song. Is it a musical?
It is a musical.
It sounds like a musical.
Yes, it's certainly a musical.
Pick the most generic musical line of all time. That'd be up there.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. You know, I might change my claim about Little Shop being my second favorite musical. I think this is my second favorite musical.
And it didn't come out that long ago.
Not that long ago.
Is it La La Land?
It's La La Land. I'm gonna need to get the song, I'm afraid.
What song is it?
Well, that's what you need to find out.
City of Stars?
No.
Is it the one they do when they're tap dancing? I can't remember the name of it.
A Lovely Night.
That's the one.
No.
Another Day in Sun.
You're just guessing them all.
Yep.
No, it's not Another Day of Sun.
What other songs from La La Land are there? Bro, this is one of my favorite films of all time.
There's not that many songs from it either.
The one that she sings in the audition.
No.
A little chance. What's it called? The one where they're all in the colourful dresses. I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, I'll give you. It's Someone in the Crowd.
Someone in the Crowd. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good song.
This Fergus. This is embarrassing. You're picking films that I love, and
to be fair, I bet Mark's probably screaming at the screen.
Oh yeah. Mark's currently through his telly at the wall.
Yeah, like The Ring. Yeah.
What was the line again? A little chance encounter.
It could be the one you've waited for.
Sure, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Just squeeze a bit more.
Yeah.
Which doesn't.
No, I don't know why I added that in. I'm sorry.
And I called it generic as well in mine.
Yeah. To be fair, it's probably the most generic lyrics from a song, which is why I picked them.
Sure.
It's gotta be a challenge. Challenge.
I love La La Land so much.
Yeah.
I gotta rewatch. This is just proven to me that I need to rewatch it. That's all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I actually did rewatch it the other night. I showed it to my dad for the first time, and I picked it up to 5 stars. It's been sitting at 4.5 for well over a year.
What do your dad think?
He really liked it as well.
Good.
I
like to hear.
I think he said 9 out of 10. So
Oh, nice.
yeah,
Had your mum seen it?
yeah, she'd seen it before. She said 10 out of 10. So
Damn.
yeah, yeah, we're a
Good
family of La La Land
good
lovers.
scores all round. That's what I like to
Yeah,
hear for
yeah,
my one of my favorites.
yeah. Fucking love La La Land. And
Oh, it's
do you know
such a good
what? Do you know what, Jack? I might say I like it more than Whiplash now. Possibly. Don't
Yes!
don't know for sure.
Yeah, no, you've locked it in.
I've
I'm
not.
holding you to that forever.
I've locked nothing in. I'm just gonna tell you now. They're about equal currently, and
Okay.
what's crazy is that like they both those films have the best endings. In
Oh,
like
yeah.
my two favorite endings from any
Yeah,
film
yeah.
are in both them
100%.
films. Mental,
100%.
absolutely mental.
Yep.
And then Damien Chazelle has not impressed as much as those two since then. But I've not seen Babylon yet. First Man didn't have any
I
scenes that
love I
stuck
love
out to
First
me like
Man.
that.
First
First
Man's
Man's
great.
good, but like I don't know, not
The ending of
all that
First Man's
memorable.
great too. It's got a really good ending.
I don't remember it that well. But you know what? I'm excited to see what he comes up with next. He's making a prison film next, isn't he?
I don't know. I don't know much about him
Uh,
recently.
I,
I feel like he disappeared a bit after Babylon.
basically he is making a prison film. I know he's making
Okay.
a prison film. Okay, let's move on to the next one.
Yep.
Okay, I don't know if I think you'll get this.
Okay. Don't
I
say that, Fergus.
I don't know about the people at home though.
I'm embarrassing myself enough here. Like,
Uh, okay, well let's see how you do.
okay.
I'd see her all scared and my soul was dying. My dad would say to me, "Now don't you dare start crying."
Say that again.
I'd see her all scared and my soul was dying. My
Stop.
dad would
Stop. Right. I see her scared and my soul is dying.
was dying.
Okay. Was dying. Okay. Next.
My dad would say to me, "Now don't you dare start crying."
My dad would say to me, "I don't need to start crying." This is familiar. Unlike the La La Land one, which is one of my favorite films of all time, which
Mhm.
I just didn't know
Mhm.
that this is I recognize this.
That's good. That's good.
So I'm
Uh,
assuming I've seen it.
you've seen this. Yeah, you've seen this. And I'll tell you now, it's not a movie, and it's not a TV show.
It's a stage show.
It's a stage show.
Right, I've only seen a few. I could just rattle these out. You basically gave me the answer.
Sure, but I'd like you to name a song, if you please.
Damn. My soul is dying. Is it
I'd
Wicked?
see. No, I'd see her all scared, and my soul was dying. My dad would say to me, "Now don't you dare start crying."
Okay, right. It's not. I was gonna say I've seen two big comedy musicals
Mhm.
and this doesn't sound like it's from a comedy.
Yeah, you wouldn't think so.
So, oh, okay. Is it Book of Mormon?
It's Book of Mormon, yeah. See if you can narrow it down to a
Is
song.
it Salt Lake City?
It's not Salt Lake City.
Is it Turn It Off?
Just turn it off. Yeah, it's one of the Mormons' traumatic stories that he has to turn off.
Yeah, sure. Turn it off. Like the lights.
Another great song.
Yeah, great song.
I love the gradual progression from it being about like suppressing your trauma to just suppressing your gay feelings. And
Yeah,
that's all it's about by the end.
yeah, it's brilliant. It's so good. That
Mm.
full musical is genius.
Brilliant musical.
Like, just Trey Parker and Matt Stone are just clever, and Robert Lopez. I guess I should give him credit as well.
Yeah, I was.
A lot of people seem to credit Stone and Parker, and then just
Mhm.
not give credit to Lopez. But
Mhm.
the three of them wrote it, and
Yeah,
it's fantastic. I love it.
it's brilliant. I didn't think I'd like it because I thought it was going to be quite edgy, and
Yeah.
like dark for the sake of it. But no, it's really funny and it's got clever commentary on a lot of things. So,
I mean,
yeah.
there are definitely bits
Oh
where
yeah, yeah,
it's very edgy.
yeah. Definitely parts of like Hasadiga Evil Wise song.
Yes.
They mentioned one of the characters trying to cure his AIDS. I won't
Yes.
say any more about that. But
I was playing musical. I've got a musical playlist on my phone, and I had that on up at my grand's house.
Oh no!
And Hasadiga Evil Eye came on, and she was just like, "Oh, this is quite good." And then it got into actually what the song's about, and she was
Yeah.
like, "Get this off." And I was like, okay.
Yeah, it's one of the best songs I think. Hasadiga Evil Eye.
Yeah.
Just
And
how it subverts it halfway through.
thankfully, Hasadiga Evil Eye doesn't actually mean what it means, what they
What
say
does
it
it
means.
mean?
I think it's just made up.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
I think they've purposely done that just so people weren't going around saying what it
Yeah.
actually means. Like, I feel very uncomfortable singing that song if it actually meant those
Yeah,
things.
sure.
I can just cut about singing it now. Like,
Yeah.
it's fine.
And I guess it's like a parody of Hakuna Matata.
Yeah.
So,
It's
yeah.
such a genius musical. I really want to go see it again. I know it's playing near us.
Yeah, I'm going to see in October again.
Are you? I might.
Yeah.
No one wants to go. That's
I know.
like
it's a shame.
I asked a few people. I even asked I asked my parents, and I was like, "Do you want to go, guys? Want to go see it?" And they were like, "No." And then I asked my aunt and my uncle because they took me to go see Avenue Q,
Mhm.
and I was like, "It's similar, like raunchy, kind of rude musicals," and they were like, "No." And I was like,
Oh.
"Bro, I want to go see Book of
It's a
Mormon. I don't want
shame.
to just go sit by myself." Like,
You know, we can go, Jack.
oh,
We
thank you,
can get
Fergus.
Mark, we can get Noah, we can invite one lucky listener of the Popcorn Podcast to the comment below.
I'm sure they'll be queuing up Fergus. A night with Jack and Fergus. Oh,
to see
bro.
the Book of Mormon. Hell yeah.
Oh, and we'll treat you to a Mackey's after it. How about
Yeah,
that?
hell yeah. Yeah, Princess Street Mackies, let's go.
Yeah, great musical. So good.
Love Book of Mormon.
So I still think Avenue Q is better.
Okay.
You need to see. I don't know where it's playing. I don't even know if it's still playing, but I think it's on. I think the full show's on YouTube, and it's not just like shot from like one camera. It's like actually properly filmed.
Oh sure, like Hamilton.
Yeah. Probably
I
not
think
as cinematic as Hamilton, but like it's like a 3-camera kind of setup.
I wish more musicals would do it.
Yeah.
I'd love to watch a Beetlejuice musical again, but it's not on, and there's no way of watching it filmed really.
Sure.
So it's a shame.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to number 7.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. And you have seen this movie.
Okay.
I don't know if you'll remember some. Okay, here we go.
Yep.
Here's the dining room. The menu is minimal. What the cook does to the food is criminal.
Again, rings a bell.
Okay.
I want to say Beauty and the Beast.
No.
It sounds like something that. What's the guy called Lumiere?
No,
Sounds
sure,
like
yeah.
Lumiere would say.
Yeah, he would say that, yeah.
And I've never seen the animated Beauty and the Beast.
Classic Lumiere. What?
I've told you this before.
Oh yeah, you have. But
I've seen the live action one. I've never seen the animated one.
It is upsetting.
Yeah, I need to watch it. Can you repeat the line for me because I got distracted by Lumiere but halfway through?
It's easy happens. I do it all the time. Here's the dining room. The menu is minimal. What the cook does to the food is criminal.
So it sounds like guys like getting a tour.
Yes.
Of the house.
Someone's getting a tour of the house.
And I don't know why, but I've got like an old kind of house in my head, like an old like.
In some ways. Is
it Rocky Horror?
It's not Rocky Horror.
I feel like that would happen in Rocky Horror.
Yeah, they do eat people in Rocky Horror, so that would make sense, I guess.
Say, here's the dining room. It's minimal.
The menu is minimal.
The menu's minimal. What the cook does to the food is criminal.
Yep, that's right.
Again, cook. I'm like, this is a like rich house.
It's a big house, but I wouldn't say rich, I guess.
Animated?
No, but the characters are quite cartoonish. Or some of them, certainly.
Oh, is it Muppets?
It's one of the Muppets movies.
Is it Christmas Carol? Oh, bro, is it Most Wanted?
It's Muppets Most Wanted. The Big House.
I can't remember that song.
Sorry. It's the song when they go to prison, the Gulag in Russia.
Ah, okay.
And Kermit gets a tour of it.
Sure.
I guess I should have pointed you towards the criminal line. That
Yeah,
probably might have helped.
yeah.
I did also say it's a big house at one point. I was hoping that that might trigger something in you,
Oh, sure.
but no. Yeah, good movie though.
Yeah, I
One,
really want to just crack through them and watch them all.
yeah,
Like from the first one came out in like the 70s, didn't it?
yeah, 79, I believe.
Damn.
Yeah,
I want to watch them all. I feel like I might
yeah,
do it around Christmas time. I don't know why, but
that's
even
the
though
idea.
they're not Christmas films, like
Except one.
except for one. Yeah, they feel kind of cozy and Christmassy.
Yeah,
I feel like
that
they're always
makes
on the
sense.
TV at Christmas time.
Yeah, yeah. I rewatched a bunch from recently. I think I talked about this before. Most Wanted was my least favorite out of ones I rewatched.
Yeah.
Still like it, but
Yeah.
it used to be my favorite, and now it's far from it.
What's your favorite one? Christmas Carol.
Probably Christmas Carol, but the original is also up there.
Yeah. What about the remake? Not remake,
Oh
reboot.
yeah,
Yeah.
love that one as well. Yeah,
I've heard that one's fantastic. I've
it's
never seen it.
brilliant.
But yeah.
You know, some people give it a bit of flack. I'm a big fan. The only bad thing in it is a massive billboard for Cars 2 that pops up at
Oh,
the end.
rip.
Yeah,
That didn't age well.
no, it's like when you see Harvey Weinstein's name in the credits of Lord of the Rings, but it's somehow worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, Most Wanted is good. Big House is a good song, even if you don't remember it. You can go and listen to it now. Now you remember the movie.
And I'll scream when that line comes up. I'll be like,
Yeah,
yes,
you'll be.
that's
Oh,
the
it'll be like Leonardo DiCaprio in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
line.
Okay, let's move on to number 8. You ready?
Yeah.
Don't
Whenever
give
you
me.
are.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. It's all right. I'll start.
I could just keep interrupting you, and this could just go on forever.
Yeah, that's true. That'd be great content. I'm sure everyone would tune in.
Okay, on you go.
Don't give me that conscience nonsense. It's simply quid pro quo.
Quid what?
Quid pro quo.
Quid pro quo.
Yes.
Don't give me that conscience nonsense. I like that. I like that rhyme.
Yes.
That's a good rhyme.
Yeah. It's like the bicuspid bit from earlier that I liked.
Don't give me that conscience nonsense. It's quite hard to say. Conscience nonsense.
Yeah, it is a bit.
What was the second bit again?
It's simply quid pro quo.
Have I seen this?
You've seen this movie. You liked this movie.
Don't give me that conscience nonsense.
You liked it more than I did, although I also enjoyed it for what it was.
Is it Les Mis again?
No, no, because I didn't enjoy that for what it was.
Is it animated?
No.
Are any of these animated?
There's some animated ones,
Okay.
I think.
that in
Yeah,
mind.
there is.
Damn. Again, I feel like I vaguely there's like a bit in my brain, like right at the back.
Mhm.
It's like, you know this, Jack. And the rest of me is like, never heard this before.
I'll give you a wee help. It's another villain song, which you could probably
Yeah.
tell from "Don't Give Me the Conscience" nonsense. It's
Yeah.
not. It's another villain song, sung by not just one villain,
Okay.
a trio of villains.
A trio of villains.
Yes,
I can't even think of a film. Is that a film or TV show?
it's a film.
I can't even think of a film that there's a trio of villains in.
Well, it's quite recent. You've seen it pretty recently.
I've seen it pretty recently.
I think so. A couple months ago, you rewatched it, I believe.
Musical that I watched recently.
Somewhat recently.
That is a musical, I'm guessing.
It's a musical, yeah.
Don't give me into that conscience nonsense. It sounds like the villains are trying to like talk the goodie into something.
Yes, basically.
Yeah.
Although it's not the protagonist we're speaking to.
Okay, but the good person's like, I don't want to do this, and they're like,
Yeah.
it'll be fine.
Yeah,
attitude.
basically.
This is so annoying because I feel like I should know this too. I can like almost picture the scene.
Mm-hmm.
It's quid pro quo.
Quid pro quo.
What does that mean? Is that like is a guy a banker? Is he getting into like
No,
banking?
it's like it's a kind of tit for tat kind of thing. Is basically what that means.
Okay, and I rewatched this recently.
Yeah, somewhat recently.
I'm trying to think of films that I watch with other people
You might have
because
done.
because I rarely rewatch movies by myself.
Mm-hmm.
So, and me and my friends did a musical thing, and I'm trying to think of the film
Okay.
that I picked.
Okay.
What film did I pick? A film that is also a musical. Oh, I picked Rocket Man. It's not gonna be Rocket Man, is
It's
it?
not Rocket Man. If you want another help, I can tell you who sang this line, this
Sure.
specific line. This line was sung by Matt Lucas.
Oh, is it Wonka?
It's Wonka, yeah.
Yeah,
Sweet Tooth from Wonka.
that makes sense.
Yeah. You basically
Conscience nonsense. I
you
like
hit-
that.
you hit the nail on the head with them trying to manipulate the guy into doing something for him.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
yeah.
just wonder if you're.
Matt Lucas is great in that film.
Yeah, he's pretty funny. I thought Matthew Bainton was very good. Uh, it was cool seeing him in a film. I
Yeah,
only really know him from a lot of like small roles in British TV shows and like horrible
all
histories.
three of them are really good.
Yeah, Patterson Joseph as well is brilliant.
Yeah. I watched that film with my grandparents. That's how
Okay,
I rewatched it. So I
okay,
did watch it with people, but not the people I had in my mind.
yeah,
Great movie, love it.
I like it. Yeah,
I've seen it twice. It went from a 4 stars to a 4.5 on rewatch.
uh, kind of similar thing happened to me. The first time I watched it was I had it free and I put it up to 3.5. I like
Okay.
Wonka. I've seen it 3 times. Weirdly, I don't
Okay.
know why,
Yep.
but yeah, it's good. I like it. I like
It's a sweet
most of the
movie.
songs. Yeah, and it's meant to be.
It kind of gives me like Greatest Showman kind of vibes.
Yeah,
Like it's
sure.
just a sweet, nice time, you know.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
And it's better than the other Charlie and the Chocolate Factory from 2005.
Very
I wanna
true.
say.
Very true. And
Although I will argue that the songs in that one are better. Specifically, the Oompa
sure,
Loompa songs are
sure.
bangers.
Um, I'll voice my controversial opinion. I think I've messaged you and Mark about
Mhm.
this, and I got ignored as per
Oh,
usual, which
what do
happens
you
in
mean
the
as
group.
per usual?
It happens a lot in the group chat. I message
Uh,
great thoughts and they just get
uh,
ignored.
I don't
Um,
ignore them. I keep in mind.
they're doing a Wonka sequel,
Oh yeah.
and my thoughts is do Charlie and the Chocolate Factory again,
Oh yeah.
which
I remember not responding to that. To be fair. Yeah.
a lot of people wouldn't like, but I think a properly good updated in this kind of
Uh,
Wonka world that we've created, like Paul King's kind of world,
uh,
would be
yeah, I
nice.
guess.
You get a
It
whole
w
new Charlie, and you could call it Charlie because you've got Wonka. Now you could do Charlie
or Bucket.
or Bucket. You could call it Bucket, but no one would go see
Bucket.
it.
Have you seen
um,
Bucket?
call it Charlie and do
Uh,
a challenge, and then you could do the Great Glass Elevator.
no,
Which
let's just stop. Quit while we're ahead.
no. They should put me in charge of this stuff.
Dude, no one wants to see you Vinicius Knuds. Okay, stop it.
But the like Great Glass Elevators never had a like an adaptation. And it'd be nice
There's a clear reason for that, Jack.
it would be nice to see. I think.
No,
Just someone
no,
having
it
a go at.
wouldn't.
Yes.
His grandparents get turned into babies, Jack. Nobody wants to watch it.
Well, I do. If I'm the
Charlie
only
Bucket
person,
goes to space.
yeah, that's what I want to see.
No one's watching this.
I honestly think that they kind of left Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Was Great Glass Elevator written when the original Willy Wonka came out?
I don't think so. No.
I was going to say they could have easily done it with Gene Wilder if it was written, because like they fly off.
Yeah.
Like, that's how it ends, and it actually like the glass elevator like goes out of frame. Like
Yeah.
as it's going up.
But they would have to stop and pick up the family first, though.
True.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my thoughts. They've done Wonka? Do a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory remake of call it Charlie, and then do the Great Glass Elevator and call it a day.
Yeah. I mean, I was skeptical of Wonka before I watched it, and then I enjoyed it way more than I thought I would. So perhaps
why
we could be on something.
That's why I'm kind of petitioning for this, because like I was nervous for it as like a massive Willy Wonka fan. Like I love the original so much. I was very surprised at the quality of Wonka.
Yeah.
I'm like, they're obviously on a good thing, so let's just keep these going while we can, you know.
With the right care, I could see something good coming of it.
And I feel like Paul King he actually cares about the stuff that he puts out. Like we've seen this with the Paddington films and stuff.
Yeah, which sadly the third one won't be directed by him, but
No,
I
who's
still
directing
have.
it?
I don't know. It's quite a small director. I don't think he's done any films.
Okay.
But I'm excited. I can't see them fucking up too badly.
Yeah.
The trailer looked good, and it has Olivia Colman, so yeah,
Sure.
I'll watch.
Sure.
Although
Sure.
they recast Mrs. Brown as well.
Oh no.
Yeah, we had to get fucking Mrs. Brown off Mrs. Brown's voice to come in.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. That'd be a good crossover.
No. 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 No.
Mrs. Brown's voice
I'm a
meets
Mrs. Brown's
Paddington.
Boys fan. I don't want to see that.
I really want to see that. I think I'd be curious. I'd be really curious to see it.
Sure.
Like, Mrs. Brown's met Medea. Why not Paddington, right?
To be fair, a few f bombs in Paddington would that'd bring it up a bit.
Yeah, I'd like to see Paddington just lose his shit at some point. Mr. Brown, you total idiots!
Starts beating her to death.
Okay, let's move on to number 9.
Yep.
Okay, this should be an easy one.
Number 9.
Oh. Plum 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 plum. That's not a song. But you can guess it if you want.
That's from Inside Number 9.
You got it.
By
You got
Steve
it.
Pemberton and Reece Shearsmith.
Well done. Congrats, Jack.
Oh, by the way, I've got a funny story to tell you.
Uh-huh.
I was talking to my mum,
Mm-hmm.
and I said, "Oh, the Inside Number 9 podcast is doing pretty well because it's got like 50 views or something." I was like,
Yeah, that's good for us.
"Yeah, for like it being quite a niche show,
Yeah.
that's surprisingly a lot."
And 3 hours of waffle too.
And yeah, and my mum turned around and said, "Oh, my friend watches it,"
Oh.
and I was like, "Oh," that was the exact conversation we had. I was like, "Oh, it's doing the Inside Number 9 podcast is doing really well." And I turned around and said, "Oh, my friend watches it," and I was like, "Oh,
thank you for your support.
No, wait, I was I was so happy, and I
Uh-huh.
was like, "Oh, how long should we be watching for? I'd like to get her feedback, kind of thing." And Mum went, "Oh no, she watches Inside Number 9."
Oh.
Bro.
Fuck you then, actually, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, you should be watching the Popcorn Podcast.
Yeah, don't fucking waste your time with that Reece Shearsmith bullshit.
Yeah. It's
Come on
Jack
over
Logan
here.
and Fergus Clark are the only two you need to be
Yeah,
involved in yourself.
hell yeah. Okay, anyway, the actual song in question.
Number 9.
And you should get this.
Okay.
The
Should be in the keyword.
words, certainly. Okay. I'm not much of a man by the light of day, but by night I'm one hell of a lover.
What?
I'm not much
I'm
of a
not
man
much of a man in
by the light of day,
Okay.
but by night I'm one hell of a lover.
One hell of a lover.
Mm.
This is a saucy guy.
Oh yes, very saucy guy.
By night. So he's say it again? The first bit?
I'm not much of a man by the light of day.
Is
but
it Rocky
by
Horror?
Yes.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
But what song is it? What you get one guess?
Transvestite?
Yes, we transvestite. Yeah.
Great song.
Yeah, because I remember when we talked about it before when we done our top 10, I think you said Sweet Transvestite was your favorite song. So I got a lyric from it. Could have done like Eddie, which I don't know if you would have gotten because it's quite an obscure song from it anyway.
I mean, I've only seen the film
Yeah.
once, so
Yeah, that's why I went for Sweet Transvestite as well, because I thought
it's one that I gotta rewatch, man. I want to watch that, and I want to watch Shock Treatment after it, because I'm interested in that.
I'll need to watch that at some point.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I mean, we've talked about Rocky Horror before. I don't think I've ever said what my favorite song from it is, to be fair.
Yep.
Probably Hot Patootie.
Okay.
Or Over at Frankenstein Place. Those are my top 2. No, Science Fiction Double Feature. That's my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my favorite one.
Sure.
But let's do Transvestite too.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a generic pick. I think just because I haven't seen the film in years. It's like the one song, that and the Time Warp. Are like the two that you hear in like pop culture, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Sweet Transvestite is a great song.
Mm-hmm. The theatrical version of Eddie is really good. It's like up tempo. I like it.
Okay, nice.
But the movie version is good too. Okay, on to the next one. You should give us one quickly as well. This is one of your favorite movies.
Okay.
So I think you'll recognize it. I'm so scared in case I fall off my chair, and I'm wondering how I'll get down the stairs.
Clowns to the left of me. Jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. I can see Mr. Blonde with the razor blade
Mm-hmm.
cutting around like that. Reservoir
Yeah.
Dogs.
Yeah, great scene.
Easy. I want more like that, Fergus, please.
Bad news. Really bad news. I don't think I've got any more like that up my sleeve. Yeah, that
Great film.
instantly recognizable. I guess you immediately associate with that scene. I think.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people
Yeah.
think it's the best scene in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'd agree.
It's up
Um,
there.
it's up there for sure. I, for one, love the whole. Just after the kind of obviously starts in the restaurant, but when
Mhm.
they first arrive in the kind of warehouse,
Yeah.
and Harvey Keitel has that kind of long dialogue with Steve Buscemi,
Yeah.
and they end up like pointing guns at each other at the
Yeah.
floor. That whole dialogue is just
I
incredible.
was gonna say that scene as well. It's probably my favorite when Mr. Pink shows up.
Yeah, it's brilliant, and I actually really enjoy like the whole when it spoiler alerts for Reservoir Dogs, but when it reveals that Tim Roth's a cop,
Yeah.
when it kind of
The
goes back and shows you
the
how he got
flashback
there.
stuff's really good as
Yeah,
well. Yeah.
and the whole scene in the when he's telling the story about he goes into the bathroom with the cops.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really well done.
That's mental. Those are the two scenes I was gonna bring up as my favorites.
There you go. There you
Yeah.
go.
We're in tune there. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good film. Very
Yeah,
good film.
my third favorite Tarantino movie, which just shows you how many great films he's made.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that I love Reservoir Dogs and I have it quite low down in my ranking is
Yeah.
a testament to his
How
skills as a director.
many Tarantino films you still got to go through?
Still two.
So Hateful Eight and Once Upon a
Once upon
Time.
a time, huh? Yeah.
You gotta
And
get on them, man.
I will fill you in once we get them. There will be part of the discussion
Sure.
at the appropriate time. Yeah.
Sure. I'd honestly say a Tarantino episode is not a bad show.
Yeah, yeah, you could be on some to be fair. We could just go
Like-
full film, bro, and just yeah.
I guess a smart thing would be wait till he releases his final film.
Well,
That
who
could be a
knows?
while off.
Yeah, who knows if we'll still be doing this in 20 years, you know?
Yeah, I think you should just man up and release the Movie Critic because I
Or-
really wanted.
yeah.
I've wanted to see that film, and we'll
Yeah.
never see it now.
Or you should just do like an MCU movie.
Oh yeah, Star Trek,
Yeah. Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Kill Bill 3.
Yeah, go on, Quentin. Quentin Tarantino's Justice League.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, let's move on to this next one. This will be a bit trickier, I think.
Yep.
I don't know if you'll remember the song being in the movie. Hopefully
Okay.
you will. These lyrics are gibberish. A mose is a mose. A rose is a rose. A toes is a toes.
What the fuck? Is that it?
Yep.
Right. A mose is a mose.
A mose is a mose.
What's a mose?
That's a name.
Wait, what? Is that a character's name? Did you say?
It's not a character's name, but it's a name. It's Moses. It's part of the name Moses. I've picked an obscure one from a
A
song.
mose is a mose. A
A
rose.
rose is a rose. A toes is a toes.
Oh, fucking who knows, figure? Who cares?
Okay,
Wait, have I
jeez,
seen
no need
this?
to be rude, man. Yeah, you've seen this. You like this movie a lot.
It's a musical.
Yeah, it's a musical. It's one of the musicals.
What?
Yeah, it's one of the most iconic musicals there is. I've seen it. I like it. You've seen it. You've liked it. Everyone that's seen it likes it.
Do I love it?
Probably. I think you give it 4.5 on Letterboxd.
Mary Poppins.
Nah.
It's something like that. It's kiddie.
Yeah, it's family friendly.
A mose is a mose. A rose is a rose.
Toes is a toes. Toes is in like the wriggly things on your feet. To be clear.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
What other toes?
I don't know, like a tow truck maybe.
Oh,
Perhaps?
okay. Okay, sure. I stand corrected.
Yeah. You do.
I just want to keep saying it. A Mose is a Mose. A rose is a rose, and a toes is a toes.
So, yeah, basically
I can
the
imagine this is
song.
quite an up tempo, kind of happy.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
it's a little bit of comic relief.
like my first thought was like Chim Chim Chitty kind of
Yeah,
thing.
that kind of thing.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
No,
Okay.
it basically the song is kind of taking a tongue twister kind of exercise and turning it into a wee song and dance number.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, I feel like I should know this.
yeah, you should.
It just hit me. Tongue twister song. When you said that, I was like, yeah, that happens in a
Mhm.
movie that I like. I feel like it is something like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Is it an old movie?
It's an old movie,
One of
1950s, I
the
believe.
music. How old?
1950s, I believe.
And I've seen it,
You've seen it.
and I like it.
You like it.
Is it Wizard of Oz?
Nah, that's
When did that come out?
1930s.
30s.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to think of old musicals at this point.
sure. You'll kick yourself if you don't get it. It's
I will.
a very
Um,
iconic musical.
Moses a Mose, a rose is a rose, and a toes is a toes.
Yep.
Oh, I love it, whatever it is.
Yeah, me too. Underrated song.
Is it the most popular song from the musical?
No,
No.
it's a more obscure one. I'd
The
say.
way you've said it's one of the musicals, like one of the
Yeah.
musicals of all time.
Definitely influential. If you think of musicals that might have influenced, like La La Land, for example.
Oh, it's Singing in the Rain, isn't it?
In the Rain, yeah. Moses supposes from Singing in the Rain.
Damn.
Yeah. Moses supposes his toes are roses, but Moses supposes erroneously.
I'm kicking myself.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear it. I said you would. I knew you
Could
would.
you not have just done good morning, good morning, good morning?
Oh yes, I could
Good
have.
morning.
But this podcast would be over a lot quicker. And you know what? We're actually taking our time here. So I'll say, if you want to hear our thoughts on Moses Supposes, oh, not that song. I don't think we talked about it. But if you want to hear our thoughts on Singing in the Rain, go and watch our What We Watched at Uni podcast.
Thumbs up is all I'll say. Great movie.
Yes, great film. Okay, next one. We'll boil him for a minute more until we're absolutely sure. Then out he comes, by God, by grace. A miracle has taken place.
We boil him.
We boil him for a minute more until we're absolutely sure.
Have I seen this?
I believe so.
We boil him. This sounds like another villain song.
Surprisingly not.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it could be depending on your perspective of the film, but it's not portrayed that way.
Okay. We boil him as in like a person, a human being.
As in a person.
We boil him a minute more.
Mm-hmm.
Say the rest of it.
Until we're absolutely sure. Then out he comes, by God, by grace. A miracle has taken place.
I'll just say more and sure don't rhyme. So filmmakers, you're dumb.
To be fair, it wasn't them that came up with this line originally, as it is from a book.
A book.
A book.
A book.
A book?
Wait, so the book's written as a musical?
Not exactly, but there are songs featured in it.
Oh, Fergus. You're so proud of yourself. Look at
I
your
am.
silly wee face, man.
I'm really happy. I'm glad I remembered this one. I almost forgot to include it.
We'll boil him a minute more.
Until we're absolutely sure. And out he comes, by God, by grace. A miracle has taken place.
By God, by grace. Is it? I feel like it's older kind of audience age. No,
not really. No,
okay.
It's for children.
I feel like the whole miracle bit and like we boil him and stuff feels like adults, but
I can see that, but yeah, that's not really what we're going for.
Do I like this movie?
I don't think so. Yeah, you don't. We already talked about that.
I'm now trying to think a musical. I'm guessing it's a musical.
Not exactly, but it has these musical numbers in it. It has like 4, maybe 5 musical numbers thrown in. This song comes in as the characters are as a character is being punished for their actions.
being punished.
Yes.
When did this come out?
2005. I'm pretty sure.
2005. I was like
Yeah.
thinking like a 60s, 70s
No,
kind
no.
of style movie.
No.
You've got me. I have no idea.
Shall I tell you?
Yeah.
It's Augustus Gloop from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
fuck.
It's fun. They sing about mutilating him
Oh,
and turning him into chocolate.
yeah, sure. Augustus Gloop. Augustus Gloop. The great big greedy nincompoop. Yep. Okay,
Great
sure.
song. All the songs in that film. I already mentioned this when we talked about Wonka, but all the like child saw trap punishment songs are really good.
What a weird line. By
Yeah,
God, by grace, a miracle has taken place.
yeah, but you have to remember, Roald Dahl wrote that like in the '60s or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's quite an old fashioned line, but
Sure.
and I was never able
That's
to
not
like
mad.
sing along to the words in the book. I can never figure it out because he kept going on these wee tangents, and it wasn't because I had the movie kind of rhythm in my head, and it didn't line up.
Yeah.
With it, so I got confused, and I didn't
I've
like
never
reading the
read it.
songs.
Is the
Thrilling
book?
read, I
Yeah.
guess.
Is the book quite like the Johnny Depp one? Like,
It's more accurate to Johnny Depp. Yeah, well, the Johnny Depp one's more accurate, but it also
Yeah.
doesn't have the whole like Favre subplot thrown in.
sure.
I'd
Sure.
say like Gene Wilder's Willy Wonka is more accurate as a
Okay.
character, but
Yeah.
the film in general is more accurate.
Because I'm pretty sure it's on record that Roald Dahl didn't like the
Yeah,
sequel,
he did not, but I
Willy
don't.
Wonka.
I don't know how he would have felt about the new one, or 2005 at least.
I
And
doubt he'd probably end up liking it more. Like that seems to be
yeah,
what happens.
maybe
I don't know why
Stephen
this
King.
happens. Yeah, like I feel like the ones that audiences like the authors don't, and then
Yeah,
it's just strange.
yeah, because I guess we have like an interpretation of it in their mind.
Yeah,
So yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, it's not a great film, but the songs are good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I have to say about it. Good
Sure.
Oompa Loompa songs.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. It's
No,
not a big. I like Tim Burton. I don't think he was the right choice for
I'm
it.
not a huge Burton fan either.
Yeah,
No.
that's fair. I will say Danny Elfman's score
Yeah,
in the new one is fantastic. It's a
Yeah.
fantastic score.
even if I'm not a big Danny Elfman fan,
No?
just as a person, I think there's some
Oh,
allegations that come out
Sure.
about Danny Elfman.
I thought you meant
Um,
his music.
No, his music's
Um,
good.
But like, yeah, it's very like duh, 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 duh. It's
Yeah,
very catchy. I like it.
magical.
Yeah,
Very magical
yeah,
film.
for sure. And I there's something about the set design that I do like. Like I love the design
Yeah.
of the do you know the bucket house? Kind of how it's
Yeah.
like tilted to the
I like
left.
that.
I think that's very
It is
is
like
that
the
book accurate?
illustrations.
Yeah. Aye. So
I like that, but it's also a lot of it looks terrible and artificial though.
Yeah.
Which is a problem with a lot of Tim
the
Burton
whole
films.
like the factory stuff is
Mhm.
very I don't know. There's something like in the original Willy Wonka, everything feels real. Like you could
Yeah.
actually like go there and touch it.
Yeah,
Whereas, like everything in the Johnny Depp one is just artificial is a good way of putting it. Very
Yeah.
fake.
exactly. Like even if it was made with asbestos and you'd cut your knee on a rock in the original Willy Wonka, at least it was real.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on because we're taking our time here, Jack. You're gonna need to speed this up a wee bit.
Okay, Fergus, get off my case.
Okay, here we go. A toast to the groom, to the bride, from your sister who is always by your side.
Hamilton.
Hamilton.
I was listening to the
Nice.
Hamilton soundtrack today,
Good. That's
So-
good preparation you done. Well done.
and I love that song.
You've
Can't
done your homework.
remember the name of it, but I know that
Satisfied.
Satisfied. That's the one.
It's it's the most listened to song on the soundtrack on Spotify.
Is it?
Yeah, surprising. Not my absolute
Interesting.
favorite, but it is good.
I always feel really bad for saying this. I'll preface this by saying I love Hamilton. I love every
Mhm.
kind of song in it. You'll Be Back's my favorite.
I
like-
love You'll Be Back. Yeah,
And it's bad saying that because it's the one song, I guess, performed by a white guy.
yeah, I
um,
guess.
But,
But
like,
like, it's-
every song in it's great. But You'll Be Back's it's a great villain song.
Lynn shouldn't have made it so catchy, you know.
Yeah.
There's another villain song in it that I like. No one else is in the room where it happened. That's kind of a
Yeah.
villain song, and
Yeah.
that's probably my favorite.
There's just something about You'll Be Back that's It's such a good villain song.
Yeah, and you get three different versions of it throughout the
Yeah.
show as well, which is
Yeah.
fun.
Have you seen Hamilton?
Yeah, Noah was like, "Oh, do you want to go see Hamilton tonight?" One time out of the blue. So,
Oh,
yeah, just
yeah,
tagged along.
yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a great musical, so good.
great musical. Yeah, we might rewatch it soon because me and my parents are going to London soon, so we might see it there
Ah,
because they've
nice,
not
nice.
seen it. So,
I've been wanting to watch the Disney Plus version of it. I've not seen it
yeah.
yet.
I
Um,
never liked Hamilton for the longest time because they put that on in my music class and I didn't pay any attention to it and I thought it looked boring and shit. So,
Sure.
and,
Jonathan Groff, as King George III in the original King George.
yeah,
He's so good.
spitting everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's brilliant, and he just looks fucking mental. Like
Yeah.
it's so good.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, yeah, Hamilton's great.
Yep.
Number 14. You've not seen this movie.
Okay, this is gonna go
But-
well.
Yeah, I don't even know if you know that this has songs in it, but hopefully there'll be one line that'll help you out a wee bit.
Okay.
If not, I'll have to give you clues, I guess.
Yep.
True friendship and adventure are what we can't live without, and when you're a professional pirate, that's what the job's about.
Pirate.
Pirate.
It's about
Yarr.
pirates.
Yarr.
Pirates
heard
of the
me.
Caribbean.
No.
The Curse of the Black Pearl.
No.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
No, don't
Ed
even.
Man's
No,
Chest.
no, it's not John. It's
Pirates
not
of
Johnny
the
Depp's
Caribbean.
IMDb page. Stop it.
At World's End.
It's not his IMDb page. Stop.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Stop it.
Dead men tell no tales.
Stop it.
I can't remember the name of the fourth one.
No, no one can.
Stranger
Just
Tides. Stranger Tides.
instantly forgettable.
Right, so it's a pirate movie.
It's it's Pirates of the Caribbean from Fortnite. No, it's not Pirates of the Caribbean, but it's a pirate movie.
It is a pirate film.
Yes, it's an adaptation of a famous piece of pirate media.
The only other pirate film I can think of is was that really the stop motion one made by Aardman.
Oh, Pirates and Adventure of Scientists.
That's the one with
Oh,
David Tennant's in it.
Yeah, Charles Darwin. It's not from that
Ah.
movie, but
Oh, okay.
I do love that movie. It's good.
Yeah,
Underrated.
I've not seen it in years.
I used to watch it all the time. It's great. Okay, so this is from a series of films that we talked about earlier.
And I've never seen it.
You've not seen this one.
Oh, but I've seen some of them,
You've seen, you've seen a couple of them.
and it's got songs in it. Do the other ones have songs in them?
Yeah, they have songs in
Okay.
them.
Okay. Is that another Muppets movie? Is it
Yes.
Treasure Island?
It's Muppets Treasure Island,
Sure.
Professional Pirate from Muppets Treasure Island,
Sure.
sung by Tim Curry.
Ah, love Tim Curry.
It's such a good song.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not on Spotify, sadly. Need to put it on Spotify.
Oh, rip.
Yeah.
Right. Can I just do something? Because I argue with my friends all the time
Mm-hmm.
that Amazon Music is better than Spotify.
Okay.
Because I've got Amazon Music and everyone else uses Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
When I say Amazon Music, they're like, "Oh, Amazon Music's so bad." What's the name of the song? And we'll see if it's on Amazon Music.
Professional Pirate.
Professional Pirate.
This could backfire really badly on
As
you.
backfired, rip.
You muffet. That's not a good look for Amazon Music.
Muppet, zing.
Yep, gotcha.
But it's not a good look for Spotify either.
No, that is true.
But
Yeah, I
There
wouldn't
have
mind.
been occasions where somebody said, "Oh, this song's not on Spotify," and I'm like, "Amazon Music, done."
I would not mind like transitioning over to Amazon Music, but the thing is, I already have a massive playlist on Spotify set up. So
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You
Yeah.
have to do a lot of transferring.
Yeah.
That'll take a day.
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good Muppets movie. One of my favorites. I have a list of films for my friend where I like put recommendations and I leave little notes explaining why I recommended them in Letterboxd. And I
Yep.
put because I know we're a Tim Curry fan. I was like, oh, Tim Curry's in this and he does a silly pirate voice. But I accidentally put that as the note for Old Boy. I never realized for ages.
Brilliant. Love that.
Which I mean I've always said Old Boy would be a better movie if Tim Curry done a pirate
Yeah.
voice in it.
Yeah, it may actually go to your number one favorite movie.
Yeah,
rather than
probably,
the
honestly.
end of it. Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to number 15. I think you've seen this movie. I
Okay.
think. Choose me or your pyre. Be mine or you will burn.
Choose me or be what?
Choose me or your pyre. Be
Pyre.
mine or you will burn.
What are these? Fergus, you're picking songs with a lot of hard words, and I'm not very good at words.
Pyre is like someone getting burnt when they're dead, basically.
Pick me or your pyre.
Yes.
What's the second bit?
Be mine or you will burn.
Be mine or you will burn.
So lots of kind of fire connotations here,
Yep.
which would help you out, I think.
Have I seen? You said I've seen this,
I think you've seen it. I'm not 100% confident, but I think you have.
and it's a musical.
Yeah, it is a musical, although this is really the only notable song from it. I guess the opening song's alright.
Be mine or be pyre.
No, choose
No,
me or your
choose me.
pyre.
Choose me or your pyre. Be mine or be burned.
Yeah, be mine or you will burn.
Choose me or your. This is tricky as well.
It's I'll help you out. It's another villain song. I've
Yeah,
chosen a lot of villain songs.
That's not surprising. Talking about
It's
burning people.
yeah, true. Well, no, but they talk about boiling Augustus Gloop alive. Remember?
I think the Oompa Loompas are evil wee bastards.
Yeah, they are quite. Well, I think Willy Wonka is the true root of the evil. To be fair, he's kind of like a slave owner.
Wee bit, yeah.
He pays them in chocolate. That's not minimum wage, Willy Wonka. You can't do
No.
it.
If the Oompa Loompas are happy with that, then they're happy with that.
Yeah, I guess, but let's hope no one finds out about it. Yeah, it's
Can I get another wee clue?
It's a very famous villain song from a studio in quite a dark movie for them.
Disney?
No, yep, notably one of their darkest films. For the majority of it,
And it's about fire.
this song is about fire.
Oh, is it Hunchback in Notre Dame?
Yeah.
I've not seen it.
Okay. Okay. I thought you might have heard Hellfire.
Hellfire. Yeah, I've heard the song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great song. Fantastic.
Yep.
Highlight of the whole film, really. After that, it's not that great because of the stupid fucking gargoyles that ruin everything.
Sure.
It's not just the gargoyles in that film. It's
Are
like
they're not doing a live action version of that soon. I'm pretty sure I've heard
probably.
rumors about that.
Why don't we just make another good animated movie like Hunchback?
I've heard. Is it Josh Gad playing him?
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I think. Is that a thing? I need to Google that.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you, but God, I'm sick of these fucking live action remakes.
Live action. Let's have a look. Disney cast. Oh, maybe it hasn't been announced. I was almost convinced that it had.
I'm sure they'll get to it at some point.
Oh, they will. Oh, Disney's live action Hunchback of Notre Dame confirmation. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
that's
It was inevitable. I do think they kind of try to distance themselves from it a wee bit because it's quite a dark film.
Yeah,
And they've never really made anything like that since.
yeah.
So yeah. What was I gonna say about it? I had something I was gonna say about it, but I forgot. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean they can make a live action remake of it, but at the end of the day, it's never gonna beat the original Hunchback of Notre Dame from 1931. So you know.
Oh,
Just put what your head.
inside joke there.
Yeah, we joke there. Yeah.
When the remake was announced by Disney in 2019, there were rumors Josh Gad had been
Fuck
tapped
that.
to play Quasimodo.
Fuck that. I'll do it. They wouldn't even need to do any like makeup or
Josh
anything.
Gad.
He's alright, I guess.
He's good
I
in
just-
Book of Mormon.
Yeah, true. I think I could do Quasimodo just
Okay.
like this. I could be like that, and that's pretty convincing, right?
It's like
That
your
looks, that looks
squeak
like him.
petition.
Hmm?
Is this like your squeak petition? It'll be Quasimodo next.
Don't talk about that.
No,
I'm still crushed by it, Jack.
I'll talk about that. I don't know if have we mentioned this in the podcast before?
No.
Fergus set up a petition for him to voice Squeak in the Garfield movie,
The new one.
the
My
Chris
favorite
Pratt
character,
one.
Squeak.
and he didn't get the role, sadly.
I
But-
think I
but
got 12 votes on my petition.
There's chances for the sequel.
Well, if they make Garfield 2, they haven't cast anyone as Squeak in the first one, so I mean, I don't. Who even made that bullshit? Like, was it Sony or something?
Yeah.
If you're listening, I'm still free. My schedule is still clear.
good advertising. Who made that bullshit? But I'm free for a sequel.
I won't do my squeak voice now. I'll need time to warm it up.
If you
But I
get
can.
into the movie, you might be able to fix the film as well while you're at it,
Yes, exactly.
which would be nice.
I was hoping, like, I knew it kind of finished making it when I made my petition. I was hoping they could sneak me in for a post-credit scene or something. But
Thanos.
yeah.
I'll do it myself.
Hey, Garfield, I want to talk to you about starting a team.
Oh, brilliant.
Okay, I'll move on to 16 now.
We're going to get this one, Fergus.
Yeah, you'll get this one. I think this is a song you'll listen to a lot. Ooh, raise my hand. Ooh, raise my hand before I can speak my mind. Oh, before I can speak my mind. I've been biting my tongue too many times.
Oh, what's that from? That's from School of Rock.
What's the name of the song?
Teacher's Pet. Also,
Teacher's Pet from School of Rock.
Zach's song. Is that not?
Yes, I believe so,
In
yeah.
parenthesis.
I believe so. Yeah.
Great movie.
Yeah,
Such
great
a
film.
good fucking movie, man. I love it so much.
Yeah. I was a wee bit upset to see about, Jack Black and the whole Tenacious D controversy that happened
Yeah.
recently.
What do you think about that?
I mean, I understand, like, why he kinda had to do that, but on the other hand, like, he's done loads of Trump jokes before,
Yeah.
and, like, it's a comedy tour.
Yeah.
If the woke got him, you know? It's
Yeah,
funny that the
I
people who
get-
complain about woke are the ones that are like, "You can't make jokes about Trump getting shot."
I get his stance on, like, we don't want to promote violence, and I'm normally not one for too soon, but maybe a wee bit. It happened like the day after or something.
Yeah, I guess, but, like, it's a good time to capitalize on it while it's still fresh in people's minds.
Sure. But yeah, he's done it just so he doesn't get cancelled.
Yeah, basically.
Like, but I was talking to Sophie about this. We
Mhm.
both kind of agreed that I feel like the kind of audience reception, or like just how Jack Black is as a person, he's very well loved. I
Yeah.
think he could kind of get away with it.
Yeah. I think a lot of people are starting to think, like, "Oh, maybe Jack Black's not the person that we thought he was." And, yeah,
Hmm.
that's probably the case. I think a lot of celebrities are probably like that. Very
Yeah,
likable surface, and then not quite who you think they are
yeah, it's possible.
beneath it.
It's
Yeah.
possible.
But, he's still a funny guy. It's just kind of shitty that he had to do that in the first place even.
Yeah,
Like, obviously, he done it for business reasons, mainly.
yeah,
And it kinda sucks he has to do it.
yeah. Did you hear they're doing School of Rock 2? Is that not a thing?
Yeah, I think I heard it, yeah.
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 So we need to say about that.
Yeah.
Next.
Probably will not be watching. Okay, here's the next one. It's from a TV show.
will-
I think it's actually the only one from a TV
I'll
show.
quickly say the only reason I will watch it, otherwise I will boycott it completely because I'm
Mhm.
against it, is if Richard Linklater gets involved.
Okay.
If he gets involved and directs it, I will be interested. And like
That
Mike White
makes
doing the
sense.
script, I'll
Sure.
be interested. But if otherwise, see if it's like completely other writers and directors, and it's just like the only
Yeah.
person to go back is Jack Black, I'll
Yeah,
no
sure.
thanks.
I think it's one of those films, and I don't do this often, but I would wait to hear what other people say about it before I would go see it, because it's something that they could
Yeah.
totally, like,
Yeah.
fuck up. It's a
Oh,
very hit or
yeah.
miss thing to do.
I feel
so-
like they could also get it spot on though if they'd done it carefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would need a careful touch, and I feel like Richard
Yeah.
Linklater could do it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
he done
think
two really good before sequels. So if he can do that, he can do.
No
Rock
comment.
Tour.
I've not seen after with the other one. After Sun.
Before midnight.
Before midnight. Yeah. After Sun. I was going for After Sun.
Remember
Uh,
the big debate that you and Mark had? when
Yeah,
it was
I
like-
thought it was after midnight.
someone was called After Midnight, and I was
I
like,
thought it was.
it's
I
called-
was sure it was.
It's called the Before trilogy for a reason, guys.
Yeah, okay.
I'll have you know.
Well, actually, okay. Well, even if it wasn't, there'd still be 2 out of 3 films with before in the title, so it makes sense still. It's still a majority, Jack. Anyway.
I'll have you know, Fergus.
Well, okay. Well, thanks for the info, Jack. You've certainly not let that go, so that's good. Okay, I'm gonna move on to 17 now. This is the only one from a TV show, I think. I think I said there might be more than one. I think this is the only one.
Have I seen this TV show?
Oh, yes, you've seen it. Yes.
Thank goodness for that.
Oh no, I just remembered I was gonna do the Goblin song from Doctor Who. I forgot to.
Oh,
Oh.
that would have been good. So I know
Yeah.
this is not from Doctor Who.
It could still be from Doctor Who. There was 2
Oh.
Muppets songs, remember?
Yeah, but you just okay.
But that homie's dead. He just doesn't know it yet.
But that homie's dead. I
Yeah.
can't imagine David Tennant dropping the word homies in a song.
No, it was Matt Smith, as a matter
Yeah,
of
yeah,
fact.
that makes more sense. But that homie's dead.
He just doesn't know it yet.
Is this a musical show?
No.
So this is just a song that they maybe play in the background.
No, it's a very random musical number. It's
From
run
a
into a
TV
show
show that I like.
that you like, yes.
Riverdale.
No.
Oh, that I like. Okay.
Yes,
Good.
exactly. That's the key part to remember. Not just like, love. TV show you'd love.
In my top 10?
Yes.
Right, okay. Let's go through them.
Well, hold on. Now, I'll give you another clue.
Yep.
This song is translated from its original language to the lyrics I presented you with.
From its original language?
Yes, the show is in English, but the song is in a different language.
They don't have a musical number in Breaking Bad.
Do they not?
No, they don't.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Is it Breaking Bad?
It's Breaking Bad.
When do they have? You're talking absolutely rubbish.
There's a season 2 episode that opens with like a mariachi band playing the Ballad of Heisenberg.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that does
yeah.
happen.
That ring a bell?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I wouldn't call that a musical number.
well,
I'd call that a
okay.
wee song.
Well, still, it's nice and very out of place.
Yeah.
I guess I probably could have chosen an easier one, like the cartel wants him dead or whatever. That probably would have helped out with it.
Yeah. What was the
But-
line you picked again?
But that homie's dead. He just doesn't know it yet. Which is a weird line to have in season 2 of a show.
Yeah.
Like he's not gonna die at that point. That's kind of obvious. Okay.
Hot
And
twist.
well, maybe alternate universe. And we've talked about Breaking Bad a lot. So if you want to hear that, we spoke about it twice in our TV
We spoke
shows.
about it in every podcast episode.
Yeah, I think so. It's the obligatory Breaking Bad mention. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Number 18. Fish and chips of world renown. It's your archetypal seaside town.
Okay. Have I seen this?
Many years ago, I believe.
It rings a bell.
Good.
Say it again. Fish and chips. Something about
Fish and chips of world renown. It's your
Ah.
archetypal seaside town.
Archetypal seaside town. So I'm
Mhm.
thinking British, like seaside town, archetype, Brighton,
Along the right lines.
Blackpool.
Blackpool.
So it's set in Blackpool.
Well, a huge part of the film revolves around Blackpool. Yes.
It's a Harry Hill movie.
It's a Harry Hill movie. It's Blackpool from a Harry Hill movie.
Sake.
Blackpool, city of 1,000 dreams. It's a great song, Jack. It's a really good song.
Let's move on, Fergus. We
Okay,
don't need to
okay.
spend any more podcast time talking about the fucking Harry Hill movie.
I think we do. I think it's time we give it a full analysis, a full breakdown, if you will.
Right, I'll say this. If this podcast episode gets 50 likes, we'll
Okay, what?
we'll do a full episode on the Harry Hill movie.
I mean, you could say 5 likes and it still
It
wouldn't happen.
needs to get 50 likes in 24 hours.
Fuck it, I'm just gonna pick this for my next topic. I'm just gonna pick the Harry Hill movie. You can't stop me.
This is when it goes viral.
Oh god, you imagine. Okay, I'll move on to the next one. And this one will be a bit easier for you. I wouldn't get it myself, but you would. He knows the meaning of success. His needs are more, so he gives less. They call him the winner who takes all.
I know that.
Yes.
I do. I know that. Yep.
That's good. I'm glad you did.
Fergus,
All right, number 20.
Say it again for me, please.
He knows the meaning of success.
Uh-huh.
His needs are more, so he gives less.
Stop! I'm trying to sing it. Oh, Fergus, this is annoying me.
They call him the winner who takes all. What rhymes with all?
Paul.
Yeah, it's from Paul. It's a theme song for Paul.
Paul. Tall.
Hmm?
Paul.
Tall?
Mall,
No.
Saul. Better
No.
Call Saul.
No. With
That's
the
so
black and
annoying.
white flashbacks or
That's,
flash forwards.
that's
Do you
so annoying.
remember?
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
That's so annoying. Sorry, my brain's like
It's
fixated.
okay.
Say it one more time.
He knows the meaning of success. His needs are more, so he gives less. They call him the winner who takes all.
It's a Bond song, but I don't know what Bond song.
What rhymes with
Is it
all?
Goldfinger?
No, what rhymes with all?
I told you I was singing. Thunderball. It's Thunderball.
Thunderball. Hell
So
yeah.
he strikes. Like
Thunderball. Good song. A good Bond song.
Love
like
Bond.
that
I love
one.
that Bond song. I love that Bond
Yeah.
film.
Don't
movie.
remember it. I don't even know if I've seen that one.
It's an awesome jetpack scene at the start. Sean Connery.
That does sound awesome. I would like to see that.
Yeah.
Uh,
He fights this woman at the start and then like rips her wig off and it's a guy.
oh,
And he flies away in a jetpack.
okay.
And
Okay.
gets into an Aston Martin. That's how you know it's going to be a good Bond movie.
Yeah. That's a great opening. That hooks you.
In all
That hooks
seriousness,
you right.
really good underwater filming in that movie. There's a good,
Okay.
Yeah, it's a really beautiful film actually. Like
If I were to watch a Bond film right now, I think I'd probably pick Thunderball or maybe Casino Royale. It'd be between them two.
What Casino Royale, Fergus?
Obviously, the fucking alien invasion one or whatever. no, the good one.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll move on to number 20. This is a very, very easy one.
Okay.
This is too easy, in fact.
Okay.
I feel foolish for including this.
Don't say that.
Dude, it will take seconds to get this.
Get it. Right, go.
When I wanted sunshine, I got rain.
Don't see. This is why you don't do stuff like that. Because
Why?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do. It's a famous song.
When I wanted sunshine.
When I wanted sunshine, I got rain.
Is that you singing it?
Yeah, I was kind of doing it to the melody.
I didn't even know the tune, Fergus.
Oh dear. It's not from the movie. To be fair, it's
just a song.
Yeah, but it features in the movie.
Thunderball stuck in my head.
It's not Thunderball, Jack. Unfortunately,
I started singing "What Is Sunshine" and got rain in the Thunderball theme in my head. So he got rain. This is annoying me.
Okay, I'll give you more lyrics from it.
Okay.
What's the use in trying? All you get is pain. When I wanted sunshine, I got rain.
I don't know this.
And then I saw her face.
Shrek.
Yeah, I'm a believer from Shrek. I thought you would have gone now. That's an iconic song.
I don't really know the lyrics.
I
just know the chorus. And I saw her face. Now
I was gonna do All Star like I said earlier, but it was too easy, so switched out for I'm a believer.
You picked that one up a lot.
Yeah, sorry, I won't do that again. Okay, so you should get this next one pretty quickly though. It should be easy.
Stop it.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
This is a good song. It took from me my best friend, my only true pal, my only bright star.
That's like spoken, that bit. It's not like sung.
Kind of, I guess.
As Team America.
Uh-huh.
Everyone has AIDS.
Everyone has AIDS. Yeah, I was gonna do a bit from
my father AIDS. My sister.
I was gonna do the a bit from America, fuck yeah, but all the words were way too easy from that one. So I was like, okay, whatever songs were, and I clicked on Everyone Has AIDS. And then I forgot that the whole song is literally just I'm saying everyone has AIDS.
I think I would have got any song from that. To be fair,
Yeah, probably.
even like
Yeah.
Freedom Isn't Free or like Pearl
Mhm.
Harbor sucks and I Miss
Yeah. Yeah.
You. Yeah, it's a great song. Love it.
Okay, we'll move
Press
on.
8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8.
Please, can we move on, please?
No, everyone. Okay,
It's
right,
going on too long, Jack. Please.
sure.
Okay. Okay, here we go. I ask what you're wearing. You reply, a shirt.
I know this one too.
Yeah.
I've seen this too many times, Fergus.
Yeah.
That's Sexting by Bo Burnham from Bo Burnham's Inside.
That's correct. I had to pick a more obscure song. I think it was the least listened to one on Spotify, and you still
One
got
of my
that quite quickly.
favorites.
It's alright. Yeah, I like
It's
going.
probably the funniest song in this special, I'd say.
Yeah, it's good. I like Bo Burnham's Inside.
I would say if I were to pick a song that's probably I listen to the least, and I still love this song, probably Problematic is the one that I listen
Uh
to the least.
oh yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
fair enough. I don't. I've only listened to them all like once when I
yeah,
watched it. So
yeah. That's right. You
yeah.
gotta watch it again and again and then again and then again
I
and then
don't
again.
know.
What did you give it on
Maybe
Letterboxd?
I think I have it at 4. I do like
Wrong.
Inside. Oh, well, that's just like your opinion. Oh, that reminds me. Do you know
That's that's just like your opinion, man.
I rewatched The Big Lebowski this week. I was going to
Yeah,
talk
I
about it at the
saw. I
start.
saw your.
I really like it now. I didn't like it
Yeah.
before. I like it now. It's good.
Do you know what I've got it at?
3.5?
Do I have a 3.5? I was going to say
Possibly.
3. I've
Yeah.
got to rewatch it.
I had it at 3. I put it at 4. I liked it.
Yeah.
John Goodman's very funny. Steve Buscemi's very funny.
Yeah.
Everyone's very funny. It's a funny movie. I laughed.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I laughed and smiled. Okay, here's number 23. Now this might be a little trickier.
The Big Lebowski.
Ah, damn it! No,
Should
here
have
we
brought
go.
it up, Fergus.
'Twas a splendid little fella.
No.
Let me finish.
No.
'Twas a splendid little fella, full of wit and grace and charm. Say zippy zee, zippy za, yappy yo, goggle gum.
Is it the Glob Go Gab Galab?
What are you talking about? No, what is that?
You don't know what the Glob Go Gab Galab is?
No, what is that?
I am the Glob Go Gab Galab.
What are you talking about?
Double dab.
What are you talking about?
Everyone listening to this knows what the Glob Go Gab Galab is.
What is it?
I'll need to show you it later.
Are you gaslighting me? What is this?
I'll show you after this stream.
What's it from?
It's from the Glob Go Gab Galab.
Fuck off! You're lying. You're such a liar, man.
No, I'll show you. Everyone watching this remembers Glob Go Gab Galab.
You're fucking gaslighting me.
I'm not. I will show you
can tell.
after.
You're gaslighting me.
He said stuff like that in that song.
Okay.
So
Well,
can
it's
you
not.
repeat it
It's
again?
not
'Cause I
that.
immediately started thinking about the Glob Go Gab Galab, and that
It's
took
not that.
took a lot of my thought.
I'll say again. 'Twas a splendid little fella, full of wit and grace and charm. Say zippy zee, zippy za, yappy yo, goggle gum. Zippy zee, zappy za, yappy yo, goggle gum. Like
Oh,
that.
yeah. Yeah, that's from something.
Yes, yes.
Say zippy zee. It's Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Yes, Petey's song from Fantastic
Petey's
Mr.
song.
Fox.
I prefer the Glob Go Gab Galab personally.
Well, if that existed, that could be true.
It exists.
Okay,
I'll show you after
okay,
this.
I'll take your word for it. I think the song's just called
I'll tell you
Fantastic
something,
Mr.
Fergus.
Fox.
Even if you've not seen it, you'll love it. Yeah,
Okay.
it's something that you'll love. It's just a little clip, but you'll love it.
Okay.
I love Go Gab Galab. I love books.
Okay. I was just gonna say, I think the song's just called Fantastic Mr. Fox, but I've called it Petey's song.
Yeah, I'd call it Petey's song if I were to.
Yeah. And obviously, Fantastic Mr. Fox is a great film, and we talked about it in our top 10 films, which was the first episode we done. So
Yes,
go
I'm
watch
pretty
that.
sure we've spoke about it since then as well.
Probably have, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, number 24. I think you've seen this movie. If not, I'll have to do more from it.
Okay.
Slap that baby, make him free.
I'm sorry, what?
Slap that baby, make him free.
Now, are you saying slap that baby as in like slap a baby?
I don't think
slap
that's
that comma baby as in he's calling someone baby and telling them to slap something.
I think that's probably closer.
Okay.
but the character in question is being referred to as baby, so yeah,
Slap that baby.
make him free.
Make him free. And you think I've seen this?
I'm pretty sure you have.
Is
I've
it animated?
surprisingly not seen this. No, but it's kind of like the Muppets thing that I'm always going on about.
There's animated bits, or like
Uh,
it's cartoony.
Yeah, cartoony characters, very very Muppet-like.
Yeah, so there's puppets in it.
Mhm.
Labyrinth.
Labyrinth, yeah, Magic Dance from Labyrinth.
Sure. I like that film. Only seen it once. To be fair, it wasn't that long ago, but I don't remember that song.
Okay.
Courtney will be screaming at the screen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Noticed in the top 4.
Yeah.
So yeah, great song. I've not watched a movie. I would love to watch a movie because I'm a huge David Bowie fan. But
Yeah.
I love the song. Haven't seen the film
I
yet.
think it's actually our second favorite film. I think our favorite film is Breakfast Club,
Oh,
and then I think
okay.
it's Labyrinth. But yeah, she'll be screaming at the TV.
More like the overrated club. Okay.
That was funny. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Fergus, you've just landed me in hot shit. I'm going to be getting text
No,
messages.
it was only it was a joke. It was just a joke. Okay. This is the last one, but I'll give you a bonus one afterwards as well.
Okay.
I'll be standing here alone, and if you think you're ready, well, come on in and ring the bell.
I think you're ready. Well, come on in and ring the bell. This is my
Not
town.
town.
Watch yourself if you come.
Yeah, you
Home
got it.
3.
You got it.
But I could even tell you the name of the band.
Yeah, me too.
Cartoon Boyfriend?
Cartoon
Something like that?
Boyfriend.
Yeah.
I believe so, yeah. Cartoon something. Yeah, well done. That was very quick. I knew you'd get that one. It's your
I think
favorite
I
song.
aced the last few, I feel like. The
Yeah,
last
you done well.
5, I done well.
I was hoping they'd be harder, but no.
From Thunderball onwards, I was like ace.
Yeah, you done well. Except I'm a believer. That was after Thunderball, and you fucked that
Oh, yeah, I
royally.
did for that. Okay,
Uh,
my bonus one.
Yeah, and I will be extremely impressed if you get this. And
Have
you
I
can
seen
get,
this?
Yeah, you've seen it, and
Okay.
you can get a third point if you answer
Okay.
this correctly.
Okay.
Home is behind, the world ahead, and there are many paths to tread.
Home is behind, and what?
Home is behind, the world ahead, and there are many paths to tread.
Wizard of Oz.
Nah,
Is that musical?
no.
Fuck knows, Vegas. Give me a clue.
We talked about this film earlier on.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Is it just a song from the movie?
it's just a song from a movie.
Is it a song that is it a movie that you've already had?
No,
No, okay. I don't know.
it's Edge of Night, which is the song that Pippin sings to Denethor in Return of the King.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, I didn't think there was much chance of getting that. So
No.
yeah, there we go.
That was a good quiz, Fergus.
Thank you.
I'm proud of myself and not proud of myself at the same time.
You done well with some of these. I'll say that. Some of them you did not. You did not do well.
I was shocked at my La La Land one. That was the
Yeah,
one
that
really
was
upset me.
disappointing. I was really upset about it.
Yeah.
And
I just got to rewatch La La Land, you know?
yeah, any excuse, right?
Yeah,
and,
tell it.
and I'm a Believer was upsetting. That was a sad moment.
I'm not that disappointed about that one. I don't listen to that song that much.
I'm a bit let down, to be honest. And Mark from our group chat, Mark obviously portrayed Shrek in his school's production of Shrek the musical.
Yeah,
He will be furious. I'm sure he
will
knows all
be.
the words.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mark.
This is his second time you've let him down, man. I've had La La Land mistake as well.
It's my
Mark
bad.
is going to be really upset about
I mean,
it.
we're gonna get hate comments from Mark. I'm gonna lose
Yeah,
a subscriber over this.
He's gonna get a bunch of like bot accounts to leave
When we
nasty
go back-
comments.
When we go back to uni, he'll just not be there. I've left the course. He's enraged.
Yeah, probably. Oh, I gotta move in with him next year. I'm sharing a flat with him next year. He'll be fuming.
That's a thing,
Oh.
yeah.
I'll have to live with that for a year.
Yep. Better you than me.
Thanks, Jack. Thanks a lot.
No problem.
Yeah, so very very good. Where's my quiz of the week?
I liked it, Fergus. You
Thank you.
downplayed it. You downplayed it. It was very very good.
Thank you. It was a bit last minute, but yeah,
Sure.
had a bit of fun.
In terms of next week,
I don't know what I'm crossing my fingers for. I just hope it's something good.
I don't know.
Fuck's sake.
I feel like I want to do more of a discussion kind of thing rather
Me
than
too.
another quiz.
I'm
So
sick of these quizzes. Fuck
it'll
off.
be a nice little discussion
Yeah,
on
that'd be
something.
nice.
But I need to work out what. I may actually
Sure.
chat to you after and we'll maybe try and
Okay.
work out something.
Yeah, sure. Cool.
Thank you everyone for watching and listening to this
Yeah.
episode of the Popcorn Podcast.
Well, you know what I should do? I should make a Spotify playlist with all the songs from this,
a good
this
idea.
quiz.
That'd be a
Oh
good
no, I
idea.
can't add Professional Pirate then.
Oh yeah. Because you don't have Amazon Music, even though Amazon Music doesn't have
Yeah,
either.
I'll make a YouTube playlist. That's what I'll do.
Sure. So yeah, thank you all for listening. Hope you enjoyed this episode of the Popcorn Podcast.
Yeah,
Hope
me
you were
too.
playing along. If you were, let us know down in the comments what you got out of 26.
Yeah, yeah. If you include the bonus.
Sure. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, all that jazz, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Goodbye.